What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, I'm feeling amazing. Shout out to just life. Sometimes you have some great days. I'm just vibing out, and I don't even know why. I think it's just everything. It's like the accumulation of all the boom, the boom, the boom positivity that's been happening, you know, around the league, around Steeler Nation, around the Moats, you know what I'm saying, fam and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a good situation, man. I get to see the homie again today, man. Shout out to the dog Deke in the building, baby. So yeah, man, life is good. I saw Rod Dollar pop up here, and I just remembered. I was like, yo, I just talked to Rod earlier today because he was, you know, he called into the radio show for the Steelers joint. So, you know, just little things like that. It's like, man, it's a vibe, man. We got the giveaway announcement we're going to do today. Definitely excited about that. So yeah, man, life's good, baby.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's good with me as well. I got nothing to complain about. We are working. We're showing our
What's happening?
mindset, like our grind
What's happening?
mindset.
What's happening? So we locked in?
Yeah, a
Here
lot of
it
people
is.
are taking off
Talk
day
about
after Christmas, but
Talk
we're
about
here.
it. What we doing?
And I feel like the
What we
chat
doing,
appreciates
Deke?
that.
What we doing, Deke? We here, man.
People need the content. We're going to give them what they need.
Yo, we were literally talking about that in the sense of, yeah, man, on the iPhone, it says you're supposed to observe today for Christmas, or you're supposed to substitute the day for Christmas, or it's even the start of Kwanzaa. And, you know, this is typically where you have the day off. And me and Deke was like, yeah, you know, when you got the day off, now you got to figure out what you're supposed to do. Like, where you getting your content at? And that's when Deke was like, well, you know, that's why they tune in to us. It's what you're supposed to do. You got to have a show. We ain't throwing out the B team. We not throwing out the C team.
Who's the
We
B
not
team?
throwing out the D team. All right?
Who's our B team?
Chill out. We're showing up, all right? That's what we're doing today, man. So, you know, definitely excited about that.
Maybe
though.
we're the B team. And
Who knows?
there's like secretly better versions of ourselves out there.
Right. Well, you know, most residents, we had the family movie night last night. I totally blew it by accident. I thought when I watched this movie originally, it was a little bit more funnier, but it actually was a little bit more scarier for the family. We watched Krampus, and it made me think of when you talked about us having like an alternate person. It was like, oh yeah, you got Santa, who's like the good guy, and then you got the guy who lives in Santa's shadow, Krampus. He's not good. And I was like, you know what? Maybe we are the B team, and it's like our alternate person over there somewhere killing it. Yeah,
Exactly.
it definitely could be the case, man. Definitely
Dude,
could
you
be.
might like this. I had a little bit of a movie watching spree one of these nights. I
what?
just couldn't go to sleep.
What?
There was just movies on. I forget what channel it was.
Uh-huh.
But this was like back. I can't remember.
Mhm.
I finished half of one. I think it was one I already seen though.
Okay.
The next one starts up. It's The Intern. You ever seen that one?
The Intern, absolutely.
With Robert De Niro.
It's a good movie.
I liked it. Really feel good. Anne Hathaway should have never got back with her husband though. Dude cheated. Don't go back to him.
Yeah.
That was some bullshit at the end.
Yeah.
Next
But
one.
that was a part of that storyline though, man.
Next one.
Yeah.
The Best Man was on after that.
That was a dope one. They got a new Best Man coming out as well, man.
Dude, I saw that. Like,
Yeah,
I
they got
got
a new one
really
coming
in,
out, bro.
I got
Yeah.
really into it, and I'm like trying to look up all these like plot twists and
My
stuff.
boy
that's
said
going
the
on.
best. I'm like, bro, that's like, yeah, that's like a minute ago, bro. Yeah.
I guess they made a second one. Now they came out with a series.
It's like
Dude,
three.
this-
I think
the
it's like
OG
three
one was
different
sick.
ones. Yeah, it's like three different ones they've made off of it, bro. Like, yeah.
It was sick. I mean, Morris Chestnut. Who was it? Tay Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, what's your theory on this? If you're Lance, come on, dude. You can't marry her. Come on.
You can't do it.
Come on. Dude. You can't do that.
I draw the line somewhere, man.
You have to.
That's where that line is drawn.
Am I wrong?
No, you're 100% right. But that's the feel good part of the movie though, because it's like
I don't know. That's why I was looking up so much afterward. I'm like, no, you can't do that.
That's the feel good part of, oh, it's okay. Your past is your
It's not.
past.
No.
We can overlook this, man. I just love you so much that we
No.
gonna move past that. I'm with that was tough. That's a lot. If you haven't seen the movie, definitely go check it out. Dope storyline. But that is what they're
It
challenging
actually
you
really
on, bro.
was. Like, I didn't know where
That's
it was
what they
going.
yeah, that's
it
what
was
they're
just,
challenging
it was
you
on
on, bro.
after the Intern. I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's see where this goes. Author, all these people are meeting
Yep.
up for a wedding.
Yep. That's the
And it
challenge,
just
though,
all
bro.
connects because of the book.
Yep.
It was good.
That's the
pretty
challenge
deep.
of it, man.
Well, I guess the theme in both movies is, I mean, if someone's cheating on you or something happens, like, you don't have to stay with that person or get with that
Right.
person.
You don't have to stay with them, but at the same time, I think they also try to pull
I
on
guess
the
everyone's
whole,
their own person.
wait,
right?
and they pull on the whole forgiveness angle as well, in the sense of like, but very different.
That's
I think
not
in the
me.
context. I think it was different in the context too. Best Man versus the intern in terms of them deciding to stick with those people. I just think that it was a little bit different content. Just a little, not as crazy, but still crazy. Either way is a challenge. Yeah. Pray for all of them. Pray for all of them.
That's not me. I gotta watch Best Man too, though.
Yeah, man. It's some dope movies out there, bro. I'm just glad that really brightened me
No,
up even
you know
more
what I
so,
saw
bro.
too. You know what pissed me off? I don't know if it pissed me off or just made me smile a little bit, or just got my head turning. Like, oh wait, I could maybe watch this, but maybe I wouldn't do it justice. Friday was on, but it was like the last 30 minutes. Yeah, I was like,
that's another classic,
I
bro.
feel like I'd be cheating
Friday's another classic,
if I just
bro.
watched the last 15, 30 minutes. I gotta see the whole thing because that's what you guys were talking about.
Yeah, very true. But that's another one of them ones, man. If you tap into that, it's gonna open your eyes up to so much. You can be like, okay, I'm here now.
That was nice. I don't get to do that often.
No, I'm glad to hear that,
sit
though,
down
bro.
and watch 2 new movies I've never seen before. Like I said, there was one I watched before The Intern. I can't remember. Maybe I'll remember it as we go, but it was like the last.
Was
half
it The
of it.
Proposal? I mean,
No,
usually, they keep them all in that type of like vein. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what channel I was watching.
Yeah. You probably was on like a VH1 or you don't strike me as the Lifetime Movie Network guy, but maybe like an AMC.
Whatever movie it was, that was the one that got me to click on the channel.
Yeah.
And it was either something I saw or wanted to see, and it was the last half of it.
Yeah.
And then The Intern popped up. I just kept rolling with it.
Yeah, because they're going to, like you said, Intern, Best Man, very similar in terms of like what they're asking and how they're going to draw you in. So, yeah. So, hey, shout out to the TV people then, man. They hooked you up, bro. They had you.
They drew me in.
They had you on the hook, man. I love that.
Robert De Niro's character in The Intern. Such a wholesome character.
He was.
On time. Dressed as a suit. I mean, just taking a job as an intern as a 70-plus-year-old man.
So who you rooting for in the movie, man? Let me hear. How did you want this thing to end, man?
In The Intern?
Uh-huh.
Come on, dude.
I need to hear this. Come on, man.
Anne Hathaway needed to divorce her husband. And no, Robert. Oh. Actually, I wanted Robert De Niro to be the CEO.
Oh, okay.
You know, she was deciding on the CEO.
Yeah.
It felt like he would have been the perfect guy.
Yeah.
But she ended up picking the guy from Silicon Valley or out San Francisco. Yeah, with De Niro, I think the main thing I wanted for him was just to get with that chick, which he did.
Right.
And it seemed like they were still on good terms whenever the movie ended.
Like I said,
Anne Hathaway needed to divorce her husband, though, immediately.
That was the one for you?
Was a douche.
That was the one for you, man?
He really was. Disgusting.
Hey, shout out to Hollywood. It's all good, though, man. It's all good. Man, dude. I like that though. I'm glad that you tapped into your movies.
You got any takes on? I mean, if you've seen both the movies,
no, I've seen both of them.
I might need your takes.
No, I'm not against your takes right there, man. I was cool with that. Yeah, like I said, I just think for both of those scenarios, whether we're talking like the specific like relationship part of it, I just think, like I said, they just trying to see who's a forgiver, who's an overlooker, and
I was waiting for Lance to cut that shit off.
Yeah, bro, I'm with you.
At the wedding.
I'm with you. It was just like, yo, like that's a special type of person, like.
He became boys.
Yeah, that is
What's his name? Harper. He became boys with him again.
Tough, like tough. Deke, that's different, bro. Like, that's someone like the main question you ask me when you first meet him. Like, who do you know? And do you know any of my people? Do I know any of your people? How well do you know my people? How well do I know your people? Like, yeah, that's not easy, bro. That is not easy. But anywho, man, let's get this thing rolling the way that we always do, because we can sit here and do this forever. Because I was about to say, man, I was about to go on about the pins, and I had stuff on tap for that. I was about to talk about, because, man, we're going to the game on Friday. You know what I'm saying? We excited, man. So we looking forward to that. The Jersey Devils, man.
Are they good?
I'm saying? I have not looked into them to that extent just yet, but I know we gonna be straight. I know the game gonna be fine, and I was just hyped when I saw you with the jersey. I'm like, oh, it made me think of that.
I'm hoping they're good, because the game I went to, whenever we played the Blue Jackets, that's when the stadium was 30-40% full. Blue Jackets just so happened to be a terrible team. Yeah. So I'm thinking, I think it's gonna be packed.
I think it's gonna
Friday
be packed.
night.
It's Friday.
If the Devils are halfway
decent
decent,
bro. Think about it. Nobody's in school right now. Work.
Be good
Nobody's
atmosphere.
gonna be going to work. So yeah. So I'm definitely, like I said, man, I'm hype about that. Yeah, man. It was a victory weekend, Squads took care of business. Won a division. Kept my playoff hopes alive as well in another section.
Damn, dude. thought this was going to be Bills free. I thought this was going to be an immaculate podcast. No Bills.
I'm just saying. It was a dope weekend. It was dope. It was dope. Me and KK got a chance to witness history. You know what I'm saying? Seeing Franco get the jersey retired. Like, that was awesome. You know what I mean? Like, it's across the board. It was a great weekend, man. It was a great weekend. Wouldn't you agree? My picks turned out well.
Did they? I don't know.
They did. They did.
Well,
they did.
You were
really
wrong
well.
about your Bills, actually.
And
they put
set
up
the
some
tone.
numbers.
They set the tone for me because the thing was
They got a running game going, huh?
Well, no. They have been like James Cook, man. The past probably 6-7 games, he's been coming on like that. But the problem is the commitment. They don't always commit to it. And you look at the first half and how that game was going, they weren't committing to it. That's why the game was what it was going into halftime. Then they come out and they say, you know what? We're just going to hand it off to James. And James started making dudes miss. Man, he killed my man, was it Brisker? Jaquan Brisker out of Penn State. We loved him coming out. Bro, he hit him with the yeet, stepped around him, 30-yard tutty. I'm like, man, yeah, he's starting to do that more consistently. And if he could do that, man, they're going to rely on that way more. And that just makes them a lot more difficult to deal with. But it was good to see that they finally figured that out in the second half versus trying to throw in, what they call it, the bomb cyclone. Yeah, and all that other craziness that was happening weather-wise in Chicago.
I'm glad to see, too, just with all these temperatures, it's feasible. We could play football and people survive. No one died.
Yeah, no one died.
What was it up in Chicago for that? Because Pittsburgh, it was
Pittsburgh
like
got down to negative
-10 or something, at least with the wind chill and everything, -10, -20.
I would have to go back and look. It was another one of them stupid just
like -30 or 40 though, in Chicago. Like I think Cleveland was worse than Pittsburgh.
I'm about to say because Cleveland was was they 20s? There was like -20. I
was
thought
definitely
wind chill.
worse than
Yeah,
us.
I'm about to say so. Yeah, but either way, freezing, craziness, cold. But it's good to see that it's never as cold when you're winning. I just want to throw that out there as well, man. So, yeah. But let's start the show how we always do, man, because we're going to dive in. We're going to talk about it, talking the talk, and we're going to, obviously interact with all of you guys as well that are with us as we observe Christmas with our fancy Christmassy stuff going on today, all right? So let us know where you are tuning in from. And we give you those big boy shout outs to start the show off the right way. And also hit that like button if you have not done so already.
Jacob Malesio. Bro, we had the weekend and Deke talking about movies.
Craziness, right? All this stuff going on, and Deke leaves it on. He's like, yo, I watch movies, bro. And that's how you know. It
doesn't happen often.
That's how you know it's just so rare. Like, it had to be magical. When do we ever get Deke watching movies? Never. So, shout out to you, man.
Rod Dulles. 330, Youngstown, Ohio. Share line, baby.
Let's get it.
His second dose of Steelers content today, like you said.
Peace to all the guys in there. That's guys in the king. I think that's how he says it. So, yeah.
Leah Warren, 254, Killeen, Texas. Moats, I guess
it.
you were on the naughty list because I don't see the chain you asked Santa for.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I did not.
What was this chain?
I don't know if you remember. We were having a convo and we were talking about like Christmas gifts and stuff. I had asked Santa for actually 2 things. Well, 3 things, but I'm only going to share 2 of them. How about that? All right. So I've been wanting, I've been seeing. Well, actually, I didn't even want anything like jewelry wise. But my wife made a comment to me about a month ago. She was like, babe, I really love your chain, but you didn't have that for a while. You probably should get you a new piece or get something different. And I'm like, whoa, because I'm a consistent guy. It takes like a lot to make me even want to think of time. Like, whoa, if it's not broke, why do I need to change it?
Right?
Yeah, but,
you have a Jesus piece, right?
Yeah, and it's top. It's fire. But she hit me.
Test of time.
But it was kind of like it wasn't like a shot, but I kind of took it like a shot. Like, dang, you try to say I need more drip? Like I ain't drippy enough? Like
things up a
I
little
thought
bit.
I was walking around like, and it's just hey man, you gonna drown? You stand next to me? I thought it was that. So I started to look, and I'm like, all right, I'm looking at, I got my jeweler, then I'm looking at other jewelers, and I'm like, all right, I found these little, like, the little solitary, little choker type chains, and I'm just kind of going through, and I'm like, all right, I think I might, but I'm like, nah, I don't know. So I was like, I'll ask Santa, because remember, Lil G told me that if you ask Santa, Santa will get it because Santa, it doesn't cost him any money. So you can ask him for whatever. And remember, he told you 26 gifts he asked for. So, because Santa doesn't cost anything, but parents it cost money. So that's why I was like, all right, I'll ask Santa if he'll bring me the necklace. The other thing I wanted was a white Christmas. So,
yeah, that was great.
So at least I did get the white Christmas. It was super duper cold, super duper magical Snow White outside. I did get that, but you're right, no change. So yeah, maybe Santa's bringing it like in the mail. Yeah, but she definitely like hit me with babe, you done had that chain for a while. Like, maybe you could just, you ever thought of, and I'm always like, I get you with it. Let me get you a new chain, get you new bracelets, new watch, new ring. I'm over here like I got Old Faithful. I got Mr. Rowley and Mr. G's of Peace. Call him JC. That's his nickname. Everybody know in the crib. Got JC and you got the Rowley. All right. So other than that, I don't think I need anything new. But yeah. So that's why I asked them. I see maybe for like my birthday something else happened. I don't know. Maybe I asked for like Easter.
It's not too late. I mean, there just could be some delays, Christmas delays.
Well,
it was the weekend. It was the holidays.
I figure with all the crazy weather going on too,
That's
I know
true.
Santa was probably super duper busy, like trying to just whip that thing with Rudolph and stuff. So you know how it go. But she definitely low key like hurt my feelings. I was like, dang, hey, like I'm gonna just tuck my little chain back in this since you don't want me to, you know.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did you get any jerseys for Christmas? Oh no.
He did.
But I saw your face. Oh no.
He actually did get a jersey, man.
Oh,
he got a jersey.
One jersey.
He got a jersey. And when I tell you, Deke, my son.
He just met Pickett, right?
He just
met Pickett. He needed a black and gold 8.
This is probably the second happiest I've seen him.
Oh no.
Okay. So remember we talked about how when he met Kenny and he lit up starstruck moment, and I didn't even give you the full context. What made it even dope or even better was the fact that 2 days prior to my son meeting Kenny Pickett, we were at the Steelers Pro Shop. Remember, we was touring the stadium, and my little man was in there. He was like, Dad, I want to either get the Kenny Pickett t-shirt or the Kenny Pickett jersey. And at the time, we was just like, man, bro, but you've been saying that you want this, like it was like a Steelers like toy set thing that he wanted. He was like, yo, you've been saying you want this, you want to play with this. Like, bro, it's right here. Just get this. Who knows, man? Maybe maybe Santa will bring you something like this. So he's like, all right, so he gets the toy. So when we obviously meet Kenny, I'm asking like, yo, so which one was better? Like meeting Kenny in person or getting the jersey? He was like, man, meeting him in person, I don't even care about the jersey anymore. So like I said, it was just like crazy moment. He was like super excited. So he opened up, his Christmas gifts yesterday.
Wait, so he already had the jersey?
No.
Okay.
So still no jersey. Just he had met him, and he was like, just meeting him was dope. He said didn't want a jersey. He was good. No wait.
Didn't need it anymore.
Say he didn't need it because he met him. It was better. So Santa comes and he starts opening up his presents. He has 2 sets of football gloves. One Steelers, one's Bills. I was like, all right, I get it. Santa understands that my son loves both teams. I got that. But then there was this other like package. And it was definitely a jersey, and he gets to open in it. And it was 2
I feel
numbers.
Like Santa's putting some of his own stuff on his son.
It was
teams,
it was a jersey that had 2 digits up there. Okay.
Damn it.
It had 2 digits up there.
14 Pickens?
It had 14.
No.
It had 14 up there. You're absolutely right. It was a 14. It was a home jersey too. Okay.
No.
All right. It was home. And yeah, my little man, I don't think he's taking this jersey off just yet. Beautiful Stephon Diggs jersey. Oh Lord, he been running around since opening up that particular gift from Santa, and he been having on that Diggs jersey. We done played catch about 50-100 times, and he done toe tap Diggs. I can't even count how many times right now. Yep, he did sub himself out from Diggs to be Kenny Pickett though. He did do that. He was like, Dad, hold on. He took the jersey off. Was like, I'm kidding.
Don't work that way.
He kept the. This is I cannot make this up. It's the funniest part. He takes the jersey off, but then he puts the gloves back on. He's like, Yo, Dad, I'm Kenny. I'm ready now. And I'm like, bro, why you had to play like? Why you had to take it all off and then put the gloves back on just to be like, all right, I'm Kenny. Like you could have just been like, I'm gonna be quarterback and be cool, but he wanted to do that. And then he threw his couple passes. He was dope, accurate, game, a clutch, just like Kenny. He was clutch.
How about that, huh?
But then he put the jersey back on and he went back to being Diggs. And he's been Diggs for a little while now.
So you're like the quarterback in this father-son throwing dynamic, right?
Yeah.
Did you get an NFL jersey from Santa?
No. I didn't get an NFL jersey. No. I did not. But I did get a, hey, you want to come and visit us? I got one of those. So I'm going to go pull up on them for a little bit.
From who?
From
Visit?
Santa. Santa, he was like,
North Pole?
He was like, you want to come visit the North Pole? All right, we might drop you off in Buffalo. But, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. But it's all love, though. It's all love,
I get it.
We're here for the people, man. Hey, we were a part of the frozen few. There were not. It was actually a good amount of people that were out there on Saturday night.
There were,
but
more than I thought.
I was out
It's
there.
energetic too. No one sat down.
The energy was
which
crazy.
I appreciated.
The energy was crazy.
I don't think
Absolutely.
you physically could sit down because you would just get colder. But
no, seriously.
it was like one of those college style atmospheres of just everyone standing up, everyone's amped up because the people are there.
Yes, it was dope, bro.
You know, they're on one. The real ones, they're a little crazy, screw loose. Like people are just amped up.
Yes, absolutely. So I feel like that makes me above reproach in terms of my fandom. Nobody can ever question my loyalties to Steeler Nation. Not only was I out there, Deke, I even brought my daughter with me. I had her risking it all to be in attendance. Okay, Christmas Eve. So if you want one of the chosen few that were out there, you can never say anything to me because I was there. I was rooting. Yup, sure was. So yeah.
What section were you in?
Don't you doing too much. You are doing too much.
You were
doing too much.
You were there.
I was in the building. Me and my little lady were in the building. That's all that matters. We were in the building, and we stayed the whole time too. We ain't leave early. We want no farewell.
You
we
said
was
you
there.
were thinking about bouncing at halftime.
Yeah,
right?
I contemplated
You
before
thought something
I got
immaculate
there.
was gonna happen.
But I had that vibe. I was like, I definitely want to be there for it. And shout out, man. I ran into, once again, man, the people that rocking with the podcast, man. I be running into them. They be out here, man. So salute.
Somehow, yeah. I mean,
dude,
I'm all bundled up with beanies
bro.
and shit,
yeah.
and people kind of like recognize me.
Yeah,
too.
man. I'm going through doing a couple of like my halftime visits and stuff like that. And literally, man, it's a couple from Houston, bro. And it's like, man, we watched this and that, man. You got Deke, my whole love how Deke get down. He soup da 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 da. Oh, and then when you be doing this, I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man. And I'm like, man, y'all in here all the way from Houston. Shout out. But once again, man, that let us all know that we was real fans like that. You know what I mean? But it was, once again, though, just a dope reminder of like, yo, we really be out here like connected with people, man. And we don't even think about it to that extent sometimes, but it is a fresh reminder and it's a dope reminder whenever we do see you guys, man. And y'all like, holla at us, man, because we do it for you guys. So shout out to each and every one of y'all, man.
Doesn't get old.
No, it does not, man. It does not.
A lot.
It does not. But I was definitely I was technically outside because I had to go from the car to the stadium. So yeah, I endured that. I was outside. I felt that temperature. You better believe that. Yep, I sure did. Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was all right. I had work gloves. Remember those work gloves?
I remember that
for
choice.
the Big
Yeah,
Ben? I bought those at the Steelers Pro Shop for Ben's last home game.
Yep.
And this was probably 20 degrees colder than that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, those would be all right. I threw hand warmers in. So I tried them out for this game. Just wasn't enough. The insulation wasn't there. I had 2 hand warmers in my gloves, and like that wasn't enough.
Yeah, bro. It was.
And like I don't want to blame the hand warmers because I feel like they were working. I just don't think the insulation was there on
to
the
keep
glove
that air out. Yeah.
where it canceled out.
Low key, I was up last night looking for new gloves with insulation because just that walk. I was like, ooh, this ain't gonna be enough going forward, man.
Bought a turtle. Like I didn't have a ski mask, which I didn't think I would need, but it would be like every 30 minutes or so. I was like,
tough.
damn. Like I rolled up the turtleneck and like I had to have it for like 5 minutes and I rolled it back down.
I rolled through, man. I was in that thing.
I know, yeah.
Eyeballs only.
I just really didn't think of it. So next time I guess I'll need to get
But that's because you tough
Pickens.
though. Everybody know you tough. Everybody know that. You pull up in shorts.
Dude, I'm not kidding you. I couldn't have my hands out of my gloves. So like even with the hand warmers and the gloves really not working that well, it was manageable. It like canceled it out. They were just like a little cool. It was fine though. I didn't lose feeling in them.
Yeah.
As soon as I took my hands out of those gloves, I had 60 seconds. It was like a countdown. Yeah. 60 seconds to 2 minutes before my hands would go numb.
Bro, it was like crazy. Yep. Crazy.
Foot warmers worked pretty well. Everything, like my body was fine. I had the hat. It was.
Yeah. I was gonna say like once I kind of got settled in, I did like feel a lot better at the game, but I had to get settled in first, But after that happened, I was good after that. Halftime, I got a little chilly again, but third quarter, I kind of warmed back up. I was good, man. Yeah.
Hot cocoa.
What I'm saying? I had a white claw in your honor.
Cocoa and vodka.
I had a white claw in your honor. I even posted the picture. It's on the YouTube community page. I had a nice little view. The claw, black cherry, just for you, man. I thought of you.
Bro,
yeah.
I'm not kidding you too. I got a Bud Light at some point in the game. Became a Bud Light slushy within like 10 minutes.
I could only imagine. I'm like, yeah.
Bud Light slushy.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice. It was pretty good. They need to start actually making those. Okay, we got off track with these shout outs, but
It happens like that,
I'll say
man.
a few here.
All
Say a
right.
few more. Bart Boschiato, he's always in the house. 805 Thousand Oaks, California.
Let's get it.
Surge
baby.
Heads, Puebla, Mexico.
Okay, let's do it.
ZVMN, 805. Same.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I guess Thousand Oaks, California.
I like it.
Holden 92, 951, Terracula, California.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I just want to say this one because I think it's a good comment.
Mhm.
Sean American Rebel, Spillane, 12 total tackles, 7 solo. People need to stop bad-mouthing.
Ooh, I like it when you talk greasy like that, baby. Yes, indeed. All right, let me tap in real quick, man, because I got my man Maxwell Cable the third tuning in from the 678 ATL Shouty, Atlanta, Georgia in the house. Then we got Dwayne. He's tuning in from the 318 Louisiana. Seafood gumbo type weather out here. Man, I wish we had some of that seafood gumbo right now. We actually eating chili tonight because it is brick outside. And when it's cold outside, Deke, I like to especially request chili. I'm like, yo, I need something that's hot and hearty. I just want to kick up, man, bundled up. And that's what I'm finna do. And this is the other thing, Deke.
Feels like summer to me out there right now.
It feels like somebody, well, after.
It's like 22 degrees. It's like 30 degrees warmer.
after Friday and Saturday, I'm with you, bro. Like, I went outside today and I was low key high. I don't need the big coat this time. I'm okay. It's just 25 out here. Yeah, but I don't know if you can agree with this, but to me, man, it's something about when it's cold. It's like a natural aphrodisiac for me, man. I get real snuggly, you know. I like to get all like, hey, wifey, can we just cuddle by the fire? So, you know, I'm glad that it's been super cold like this because I need that in my life. Do you feel like that at times, Deke? Are you a cuddler when it's cold outside? You get your cuddles on? Is that what you do?
No comment.
Good. Yeah, keep your personal life personal, man.
Well, how about this, though? Did you see the forecast coming up? It's supposed to be in 60s.
Yeah, bro. It's like literally Wednesday is supposed to be like 50. Cause so
Like
once again, I'm supposed to go to Buffalo next Monday. All right, and I was checking the temperature.
Oh, I thought you were going for the playoffs.
That's later on.
Damn.
I'm hosting a watch party up there on Monday night though.
Damn.
They on the road, so I'm gonna host a watch party. You know what I'm saying? And then when the playoffs come, we'll see. All right, we'll see. Right now, we know they at least got one playoff game at the crib. We're going to find out how many more potentially, you know what I'm saying, see what happens this weekend. They got a big one, though. They got Cincy this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Is that Monday or Sunday night?
No,
that's Monday night. 'Cause
yeah,
we are
we're
Sunday night.
Yeah, we got the flex. Yep. Yeah.
I'm not happy about that.
Oh, we're going to talk about it, though. Trust we're going to talk about it.
I'm really not happy about that.
I feel you. We're going to, for a fact, talk about it. But
Are you with me?
I feel like I am if we got the same reasoning.
Probably not. Mine goes back to everything I was saying about the
That's
Bengals
what I was
one.
about to be talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You feel the same way?
We're going to talk about it.
Okay, we will.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was like, I don't know if you want to say it, but I was like,
I saw someone comment about it, so we could just react to their comment down the line.
For sure. But yeah, so I'm supposed to be up there, you know what I'm saying, for that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see postseason-wise because obviously we got postseason action potential. We still beating. I don't know if you know that. The price went up. Yesterday's percentage is not today's percentage. Remember that, man. All right?
It's looking more and more likely.
That's all I'm saying, man. It's only weird if it doesn't work. Okay? Everything, we just keep checking off the box. Oh, did they need to lose? Check. Did they need to lose? Up. Check. Oh, did we need to win? Up. Check. Did we do it that way? Up. Check. Okay, now. Keep playing with us.
How disgusted are you, though, whenever you see in the hunt and you see us now at 7 and 8, and then you see Patriots, Jets, and Dolphins ahead of us?
3 teams that we for a fact should have beat and already had.
I want to puke whenever I see that.
All the way, I'm with you, bro.
And the fact that the Jets and the Patriots have the same record as us now, but just have that tiebreaker. It's filthy.
Oh, and the fact that Carolina's still getting after it, too. I don't know if you've been witnessing that action. And I'm just like, oh, we got the exact same record as them, but they just get the luck of the draw being in the daggone NFC South. Must be nice. So, yeah.
I guess for them, it just comes down to this week versus Buccaneers.
That's it, yeah. Think about it. As crazy as it's been for them, they've got it to that. Yeah.
I watched that whole game yesterday, too. I actually think Brady still being good is confirmed by me. That team's just an absolute disaster.
Oh, yeah.
That O-line is so bad.
Well, it's because they best offensive lineman got hurt yesterday.
He did, yeah, the left tackle.
No, Josh Wells out of James Madison University.
Oh, no, Wirfs is the best left tackle, but Wells is good.
But Wells has been balling out, though, bro. He's been doing his thing, man. You know, he's a James Madison University guy.
And their line was already really banged up.
Yeah, they've been getting hurt, yeah. Yep. But we're going to tap in, because obviously we got some round of league stuff we're going to get into. Anywho. But, Man, let's start it out how we do. Super it up, and then we'll let everything else be the guide. Steelers vs. Raiders recap. Holla. And like I said, hit that like button one more time. One more time.
Okay, works for me.
Yeah.
AJ Martinez, 97 Hayward for MVP of the league. Just on pure will. He's beyond beast. God bless all Moats. Oh, God bless all. Moats and Deke, #1 best chat peeps ever. Let's go. Sabotage 7.
No, facts, man. And shout out to AJ Martinez. And I hope each and every one of y'all that are on the stream with us right now, man, that y'all did have a good 25th, man, whether you were celebrating Christmas or just enjoying the holidays with your family, man. But whatever it was, I hope y'all definitely enjoyed yourselves. But yeah, man, my dog Cam Hayward, man, he was on one. I thought he set the tone. First off, when you talk about him coming out with the flag, with the number 32 on it, man, in honor of Franco, thought that was a beautiful moment for Cam. I tell him all the time, like, dude, that's what you're here for, bro. Like, if we need somebody running out with the jersey, I'm calling either 7 Up or I'm calling you up because y'all do it the best. Like, it's always like heartfelt, ton of passion. It looks beautiful, man. And that was it once again.
Yeah.
But they also deliver. They also step up. And I feel like that was one of Cam's best games this season. And it started with the matchup. We talked about Dylan Parham, number 66, their guard. He was the rookie. And he was hurt last game, and there were questions of if he was even going to play this week. So him coming out there compromised and as a rookie, man, Cam beat the drum with that dude from start to finish. Run game, pass game, really set the tone out there. And like I said, man, it was just good to see Cam be able to have one of those type of performances, vintage Cam performances. This time, with the stage, in terms of the stage being what it was, all of the stakes and all of just the emotions that was surrounding that night. Deke can attest to it, man. Being down there in person, you could feel it. It just felt different. And like I said, man, for Cam to be the guy specifically, to be that leader on defense, to really get the ball rolling, so to speak, man, it was really beautiful to see, man.
Right, especially after that first series with the Raiders where it looked like they were going to have no problems moving the ball up and down the field. Running the ball with Josh Jacobs, Derek Carr just dinking and dunking some of these passes, then getting that lucky-ass one to Renfro over Cam Sutton with perfect coverage.
It wasn't lucky. That's the same thing Kenny did.
I know.
It was the exact same thing.
Kenny threw a dime. Yeah, but that's what Renfro does. He gets the ball, then makes a little juke move.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Outside of that, the defense was locked up, and I mean, a big part of it, like you said, Cam just started setting the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah. No, absolutely, man. I thought that Terrell Austin, #1, the schematics behind the defense, I thought was A1. I thought the execution was A1. And then in terms of just our A players playing like A players, and some of the guys that have been not overachieving, I don't want to call them overachievers, but the guys that have been just playing a little bit better than what we would typically associate for them. I thought we had that as well on defense, man. I thought that was a big reason why you could limit the league's leading rusher to 44 yards on the ground. Was it 15 carries for 44 yards, 2.9 on the night. And it's the league leading rusher, and not by a small margin either. And then the whole Devontae Adams, who we all talked about, man, we know this dude's all world. 9 targets, 2 catches, 15 yards, man. And the one of the catches on the first drive. Like, that type of stuff, man, when you talk about the detail, when you talk about just everybody being on the same page from an execution perspective, that was beautiful to see. And just going back and looking at some of the cover stuff they were doing, that was not a simplistic version either. It was A1 master class in terms of disguising and double teams and the flipping of coverages. And then even when they weren't, and they actually had to have some dudes step up and make plays one-on-one, they even got those in there as well. So like I said, man, to me, that was one of them performances as a defensive dude. It was just like, man, this is beautiful to see right here, man.
I agree. Defense was awesome. Lights out. I will say this about Devontae Adams. I feel like we got blessed a little bit that him and Carr were just a tad
off. A little bit off, yep.
Whether it was Devontae dropping a pass or two or Carr missing him on a pass or two whenever he was open. And that really helped.
And let's be real, you need that at times. Like, you don't.
Yeah, and even with the picks, like them hitting off the Raiders dude's hand.
Like, seriously, man. Like, I know the narrative is easy to just crush Carr and be like, oh, man, he's terrible. He sucks. It's like, man, 2 of them picks is hitting off a dude's hands,
I thought he had a better game watching it again than I did in the stadium.
Absolutely. It's like, bro, them picks hit dudes in their hands. Like, you got to catch that, especially the Mollett one. I'm like, bro, you got to catch that. Like, but you need that type of stuff. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And a couple of those it were some near misses to Devontae. You're absolutely right. Where I'm like, bro, but some of the stuff that even it was a near miss, I wouldn't always just associate it with like luck. Some of it was like, man, I thought the pressure did have a little bit of impact, or it was times where I thought the reroute from some of the underneath defenders, Cam Sutton specifically at times, I thought seeing him do those things would throw off the timing just enough. And when we talk about this being a game of inches, it is in the literal sense of that. So when we talk about the timing, and it's Tampa 2, or we're running our cover 2, and we know you got that honey hole that we always talk about, right? Deeper than that squat corner who's rerouting the guy, but shallower than that safety who's sitting over top. The timing matters. But if you get a dope reroute, you can throw that timing off. And I thought at times our corners and our underneath defenders did a really good job of just disrupting the timing. And when you couple that with the pressure that we were getting up front, it would make Carr have to play a little bit faster. Now he's got to hold the ball and then extend and stuff like that. And like I said, man, when you can get that type of recipe along with them just kind of being off at the same time, it looks like how it did yesterday, man. Or not yesterday, Saturday, excuse me.
Yep. Farron Bradford. One thing about Pitt is our QB is going to run that 2K in drill effectively.
Absolutely.
Got to give Canada more credit because he drew up the plays with Ben and Kenny. What's he talking about, a 2K in drill?
He's probably talking about a 2-minute drill.
2-minute
like
drill.
To end it. Yeah.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to talk about that?
Let's do it, man. It was real bent-esque, huh?
Kenny Clutch.
KPA.
Kenny Ice.
Big Ken. What did he have? Gloves like 7, long sleeves like 7, visor like 7, turtleneck like 7, hand warmer like 7. He even gave us the gimpy fake knee injury like 7. You know 7 gonna give you that. 7 gonna stay for the theatrics. He gonna get her with that limp like, Ben, ain't nothing wrong with your knee. Stop it. My man Kenny got up off the QB sneak like, oh, hey, I got this, guys. I'm tough. I got you. Let me throw this dime real quick, and I'm gonna drive off this. Like, oh, it hurts. Yeah. It was vintage 7. I thought I was watching Big Ben. Yeah, that's what he gave me right there. All the way down to the theatrical limp. I'm telling you, when I saw that limp, I said, oh, no, you didn't, Kenny. You are too young. You better stop it. Stop it. I loved it, though, bro. Loved it.
I'm going to take all the Big Ben comparisons as a compliment to Kenny.
Oh, 100% compliment. Absolutely, man.
Because I'm not going to front.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the same way, not even just in that final drive, but throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
How he was able to escape the pocket, make some more time for himself and the receivers, and then hit dudes. Unfortunately, Muth, I don't know what the hell he was doing. He dropped the one right in his face mask.
He was tripping, right?
But
Kenny
Muth
low-key was straight, though.
Oh, yeah, he was good.
And man, Deontay was cooking low-key.
Legitimately, I think Pickett had probably 5 or 6 plays like that throughout the game where he was able to escape the pocket, create more time, and then hit the open receiver down the field.
Yeah.
Combined with the final drive, 2 minutes. You need a touchdown. It's do or die. And that drive, that completion to Pickens, us winning the game, that was a big deal. That's a huge deal. I don't know if people are celebrating as much as it should be or not. I haven't really been paying attention to what the word is across like Steelers media and stuff right now. But why I think it's a big deal is given all the circumstances surrounding that game. Not even just the game, but Kenny being in Pittsburgh and being the predecessor to 7. So combine that. He's the Pittsburgh kid. We drafted him in the first round. He's supposed to be the next franchise guy, right? That's pressure in and of itself. But a few days after the guy whose jersey we're retiring, Franco Harris, a Steelers legend, just passed away, we honor him at halftime, have the whole jersey retirement. This day is for Franco. The 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception. Do or die game in terms of playoffs. The weather is god-awful. It's 0 out there, negative in the wind chills. Yeah. And you got 2 minutes. You weren't able to punch it in for a touchdown at all throughout the whole game. But you make it happen with 2 minutes left. Yeah. Do or die. What was he? What was he? 100% completion rate. It was like 75 yards. Then hits the dagger to Pickens in the end. Like that's what you do. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. That's what you're looking for in a franchise guy. Yeah. Need to have it. Need to have 7, and you deliver. That's what Pickett did.
Yeah. So for me,
plus all the circumstances, like I mentioned too. Like you couldn't. You had to win that game. Like you literally had to win that game.
Hey, because like you have to. Like not even from a playoff. Like you have to for like a emotional, like whatever. Like for the city, bro.
it's
you
either
had to. You had to win
like
that.
with that type
Absolutely.
of stuff. It's either you rise to the occasion or don't. And then what is the vibes afterwards?
Yes.
Whether with the fans or the people in the locker, like what are the vibes? If you don't get it done,
absolutely.
when you have 2 minutes,
absolutely
on
bro.
Franco Day, you need to win this to stay in the play. Like all that stuff.
Yes. That man, Franco, wife and son in that building, man, ain't no way in heck you could lose that game, bro. Can't do it.
He delivered.
I'm with you, bro.
But like,
I'm with you.
like confidence for Pickett going forward should hopefully be through the roof.
Yeah.
People in the locker room believing in him. I thought it was a big deal, man.
No,
Like shout
I
out
would
to him
agree,
for
bro.
getting it done.
I would agree. So yeah, let me tap in real quick on it, man. First off, for the Kenny specific element of it, everything you laid out, absolutely right. I thought for him, man, he just continues to grow in terms of his field maturity, decision making, confidence. Regardless of what was transpiring for 3 quarters from a points scored perspective, when it was a situation where he knew they got to get 7, the confidence was there. You never saw him look like the moment was too big. You never saw him look like he was frantic. He still took chances when he needed to take chances. And I even think of that touchdown drive. I think he missed one throw up there, and it wasn't even like nothing crazy. I forgot who it was on. It
On
tipped
the
off of somebody.
maybe
Yeah,
it
on
was
that
like,
final.
maybe
It was like
6 for 7.
Yeah,
I
it
can't
like
remember.
tipped off of somebody, and I remember saying to myself, like, I love the fact that even with the tip and the dude, because it wasn't even like nothing crazy, but the dude like ran over by it, and I'm just like, I love the fact that he still has the confidence. Next play, he's like, bro, I'm still lighting you up. I'm still gonna tap here. I'm gonna go here, and there's things like that. And even when you're talking about the QB sneak on 4th and 1. Initially, it's like, bro, it don't look like you was about to have it, but you still see him just driving, getting it, whatever it took. And I just thought, man, for him, that was one of those moments where when you talk about signature wins, when you talk about performances where you say, hey, we built from this. This is a moment where I learned. This is a moment where I grew up. This is a moment where I've realized that I can do this at this level. That's going to be one of those games for Kenny that he's going to think back on. Each player individually has games like that. We go back and we say, bro, I remember that. I remember 2010 Cleveland Browns, my first time beating Joe Thomas for a sack, bro. And I was like, okay, I can play at this level. Looking at Kenny, it's like, bro, he's going to know, bro, you operate like that in that type of moment with those type of conditions. Wow. The guy across from you, Derek Carr, who has the $100 million contract, who has the expectations, who's been a top draft pick and all this other stuff, while he is not doing that on that night, while he is struggling on that night, you're the rookie coming back from a concussion, from a game missed, and that's what you're doing on one of the biggest nights in Pittsburgh history. Nah, man, without a doubt, that was major, and I do feel like that's something that he's going to be able to build upon. And now, like I said, that was just for the Kenny element. Now, the thing that I love about the team part for this is I felt like they're finally learning how to win. How many times have we talked about that this season, right? We say this is a young team, and we can just see how in gotta have it moments they keep making that mistake. It's more self-inflicted. And it's like, man,
we've been escaping in some of these games too, where we were up early. Correct. It's like close it out now in the second half. We let them back in, and we still got the dub.
We finally had one of those moments where we got a chance to see, can we handle adversity? Early on for defense, the adversity was the opening drive, right? Raiders went down the field score. We're like, oh, man, it's going to be one of them nights. They handled that adversity and then continue that on for the game. Offensively, their adversity was what? 3 quarters where you're not able to score. 3 quarters where you might have some questionable decision-making. 3 quarters where you're questioning, man, should you have attempted a 50-plus yard field goal or not? I get it. But either way, what did they respond with? Boz hits his field goals going forward, and then you got Kenny coming down with this clutch drive offensively, everybody making a play. The jet sweep king, right? Shout out to Matt Canada. Even him in his bag. Let me get a little Connor Hayward one time to end it. You know what I mean? Like all of these different things. But what were we seeing? We were seeing them execute. We were seeing them not have self-inflicted penalties. Even when we had the turnover on offense, what did we come back and do the exact next play? We responded with a turnover, Arthur Milet. And you could just see all the things that held true for us. Could we be more physical in a game for 4 quarters? Think about the last time we lost. What happened? Baltimore Ravens out-physicaled us. Then we went down, handled business with Carolina. People wanted to knock on Carolina. 200 yards rushing before we played them. 300 yards rushing after we played them. So anybody that want to hate on your own time. But once again, we saw
the Lions.
Oh, okay now. Okay.
Good team.
Okay.
One of those sneaky teams everyone's talking about.
So like I said, when they want to hate, do it for a narrative, but don't talk that if you're not really watching this stuff, man. But once again, with this, it's like, man, they went back to being the more physical team for 4 quarters. And let's also be real. You did it while having to minimize 2 stars in this league. Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs. That's not an easy thing to do. We talked about what both of those dudes were like, and to see that type of execution, that type of detail, that type of focus for 4 quarters as well, man, that's one of those moments where this team, they grow from this. They build upon this. Not saying that, hey, man, they're never going to have another slip up or they're always going to look perfect. But in the grand scheme, that was one of those ones that they had to have to build upon, because you don't look at the Raiders team going into that game and you look at them and say, oh, yeah, man, it's clearly that we're the better team. Nah, remember we talked about, we said, yo, we actually feel we match up well, but they kind of have a little bit more talent than we're accustomed to in our little bit of run since the bye week. And the only other team
with Renfro and Waller coming back,
and the only other team that we felt had the talent advantage on us since the bye was Cincinnati. And we got a chance to see us not just have to be more physical, but minimize 2 monsters in their own right, and our offensive line. Keep Max Crosby, Chandler Jones. I mean, Cullen Farrell, he had his little bit of moments, and that's really what I thought caused the pick on for Kenny. The Cullen Farrell pressure. But it's like, man, to see all of those dudes when they had to match it, when they had to win their one-on-ones as well, execute on that type of thing, man, it's just a certain confidence that they're going to have going forward because they were able to do that.
I'm glad you brought up Derek Carr, because not only did Kenny outplay him in this game where everything's equal, weather-wise, they both got to deal with these conditions.
That's about
but
that. Everybody playing in that same nastiness.
Where I wouldn't say it was equal is going back to the offense talent that each player had at their disposal. I mean, I really like our guys, like in a Moats and George Pickens, Deontay Johnson, and Najee Harris. But when you're comparing them to what Derek Carr had, I mean, we're talking about Devontae Adams being a top 5 receiver in the league right now. Darren Waller already making multiple Pro Bowls. Moats isn't there yet. Hunter Renfro making a Pro Bowl in the slot. Now, I think he's more comparable to Deontay. But that's your number 2 guy.
But realistically, that's their number 3 because they've run their offense, Devontae and Darren Waller.
And then Josh Jacobs leading the league in rushing yards this season. He had all that at his disposal, and you have this dude, Kenny Pickett, a rookie. This is like his 9th or 10th game in. I'll play you in a do-or-die game for both teams.
Both teams have to win. Both teams know you lose this game, man, you know what that means, man. So, absolutely.
Another thing I need to say. I was at the game. I was sitting close. I don't want to hear another word about Kenny Pickett's arm strength.
Oh, yeah.
Those balls were cutting through the wind.
No question, bro. No question.
I just don't want to hear it anymore. It's like a Nerf ball. I was so close, you could like hear it whistle. I don't need to hear it anymore. That last pass to Pickens, come on, man.
Oh, bro, that was a dime, bro.
Come on.
Yep.
I just don't want to hear it anymore.
Got the underneath defender on the outside. You got the safety coming over. That's a laser, bro. Absolutely.
Don't want to hear it. I'm trying to think if I got anything else for Pickett or anything else. What you said, because you were making some really nice points. I was liking that. You were preaching.
Every once in a while, I get on the soapbox. Every once.
I'm sure something will pop up in my head as we go. But no, I think that was really good, man. I was, man, yeah. I mean, what else can you say? This is what we praise dudes for around the league in terms of quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
Do or die moments, like, bro, you got to step up.
How many times do we praise Brady?
Yeah.
Especially lately.
He did it yesterday.
Bro, like, come on, bro.
That game was a mess,
like,
but
come
of
on,
course,
bro.
He finished it out with 2 drives tied up and then went into
overtime.
overtime.
We swear by it. I did the same thing. I was in there hype off of it too, but like we swear by it. It's like, no, we're not going to just, because it's him, but now with this dude, it's like, we keep it consistent, man. So yeah, I'm with you, bro.
That's what the Kenny haters want to do, though.
Hey, man, let the haters hate, man.
Okay, we got Ryan McPherson. Rest in peace, Franco. Just want to give a shout out to our Steelers, this chat, and all of Steeler Nation for the roller coaster of a season we've been through. That game was legendary. KP has proven himself. QB1.
No,
okay,
absolutely.
You know what? I did have something pop up in my mind right now, just based off that comment. You brought up the meaning of the game.
Yeah.
Right? And how this is like such an important game for like Pittsburgh Steelers in the city. Listen, dude. I'm not going to lie.
Talk to me.
It's on my mind.
Talk to me.
It's on my mind.
Talk to
how
me.
Life's cyclical. Just,
Talk to me.
Things happen.
Get it off your chest. One time.
50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception. Do we got something happening right here with Pickett Pickens, the Immaculate Connection? It could have mean something for the future. I'm throwing it out there.
Hey, did they win the Super Bowl when they had the Immaculate Reception?
That's what I mean. I'm just saying.
Think about it.
That was the start of something.
That was
right?
the start of it. That was the building block.
Could this be the start of something for the next 50 years for this team? I Immaculate Connection. I haven't seen anyone bring that up. Like that's an easy one right there.
It is,
right?
man. It is.
Pick it to Pickens.
It is. It is. I'm with you. I'm just trying to think, is the last Immaculate that we tried to name, Immaculate Extension, that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just nervous.
That holds up.
I just got a little nervous because I was like, man, the last name we gave that to, man, one of the parties here kind of tripped out after that, you know? I'm like, do I want to throw that Immaculate Connection on? And I got to worry about it. Is it Pickens is going to lose his mind next? Like, you know what I mean?
I'm not trying to get too far ahead of myself or anything, but given the circumstances, the 50th anniversary and just all the pomp and circumstance that went into this game, and you know, we've had 50 years of Steeler history since then. Mm-hmm. Could this be the mark of something great going forward here?
You know, the thing that was also, I just thought about this. Who is Drew's Blues 2001? He had put in the chat, I won't be shocked if Canada is back next year. And you know what it had me thinking of? I was like, man, when we were talking about going into this game, we said, could Canada have a bad performance and still, you know, as long as two of these last three games were a good performance offensively, could he have a bad performance and still have his job coming back next season? And low key, I feel like that performance Saturday kind of helped him more than it hurt him.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
of them having to execute the way that they did on that final drive and the calls and then the jet sweep to come back to end it all. Like, low key, I'm like, bro, I think that, that wasn't even a terrible, like, I know we want to put that because the whole points and all that, but I'm like, I didn't feel like that. I think they gon' rock with him because when it was gotta have it, all of them got on that same page, all of them gelled, and it was clicking.
100%. But even outside of that, we should have had 12 points, in my opinion. We should have had 12 points. We were moving the ball, too. And,
we were?
Hey, maybe we score a touchdown on that one that Muth dropped, because that would have been, like, right inside the 10. We were moving the ball pretty fine, I think, throughout the game. Now, is there a call or two I didn't like? I felt like, this running game is a little predictable at times, or, like, at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like the conditions played into both.
We still had over 100 yards on the ground, though. That's
total.
The other part, So it's like, I don't love it all
and
the
like
way.
The Raiders, well, think too. The Raiders have a guy in Josh McDaniels. I don't know if he's still calling the plays for them, but
he's supposed
they didn't do anything crazy outside of that first drive.
I was going to say, he's supposed to be a
So
dope
what are we
guy.
complaining about with Canada?
He's supposed to be top notch. We saw the other guy that just got fired. He was supposed to be a top notch offensive mind as well. Hackett. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he just got fired today.
Man. Those would be the dope ones too, man.
No, I actually think Canada's still on a good pace.
I'm tired. I'm like,
if
bro,
anything, you're right. Considering the circumstances
of
the cold
him, man.
and having to grit out a win,
I think it helped
be able
him,
to
bro.
do it. All right, let's give him some props
I think it helped him, man. Yeah.
Like, what was his most egregious calls in that game?
That's my thing.
I didn't really see any. Like I said, maybe we could have. Well, Pickett had a lot of attempts though,
and that's my thing. 39 attempts, but he still completed. Was it 26 up? Was it 26 up?
But like, if anything, my complaint would just be some of these runs were a little stale or a little bland.
Yeah, 26-39 for 244.
We attempted a fair amount of passes, and I just feel like it was one of those games where Raiders and our defense against their offense, you're just going to focus on stopping the run. Yeah, naturally, but you do want to keep the run game going just to keep that balance. Yeah, I thought he was fine.
Did what he needed to do, man.
I agree.
And we won on top of that. And you feel that momentum? Come on, bro. I don't think they're going to blow that up. I think they're going to roll with that.
Stangmang 21. Deke, you need to watch Friday after next. ASAP. Friday after next?
So you got Friday.
They had a sequel too.
Next Friday. And then you got Friday after next. And all three are fire.
How do you feel about, okay. So
all
the second and
three
third
are
worth
fire. All three are fire. Third one, you got Pinky, bro. You got Pinky. You got Donna. You got no. Second one is with Pinky. Third one is Money Mike, but Pinky does make an appearance in it. Yeah, because they held like a little Christmas party. So the third one is more so surrounded about on Christmas. Think of a hood Santa robbing people on Christmas or throughout the Christmas time. That's how it starts. All right. Top flight security of the world, Craig. We are the world. You know what I mean? You heard what happened to the last security guard. You don't even know what happened to the last security guard. Like that type of movie. Crazy quotables. The second one, though, next Friday, that's when Q goes to Rancho Cucamonga, go live with his uncle. And his uncle's decaying around there. He paid for his house straight cash. Okay. They tried to get him to pay for a Cadillac and the payment plan, and he was like, he ain't doing that no more. He learned from it. You know what I mean? But it's one of them movies, man. All right? It's a classic. You got Chico. You know what I'm saying? You got no more locked doors. No more locked doors. No more locked door. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's just crazy, bro.
Okay.
It's crazy. You got to go check it out, though. You got to check it out.
I need to see the first one first.
The first one's great. That's with Debo. Tuck your chain in, bro. Yeah, I'm just tuck mine in. Hey, that's my bike, punk. Oh, it's like it's both our bikes, you know. Yeah, the beach cruise. The one I let you borrow last time. Pop's tripping. He told me that's my bike back. Like, yes, bro. It's one of these days, D.
I'll let you know when I get to
one
it.
of these
I was
days.
close.
One of these
it popped
days,
up on the
D.
TV guide.
One
I was almost about to click on it, but
days.
it was towards the end, so I didn't want to ruin it. Richard Arbizo. Deke, got how many days left to see our boy live? Question mark.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You know what he's talking about. Ambition.
Is he?
Where was you at on Friday, bro?
I wasn't there.
Where was you at on Friday, bro?
I told you the only promise I can make in terms of ambition is I will listen to a song before the New Year's hits. So I got this week.
Yeah, you running out of time, man. Okay? Yeah, but you was definitely supposed to be there.
You guys need to keep reminding me.
He reminds
as
you
we
every
get
day.
Closer to New Year's.
He
to listen to one of these
literally
songs.
reminded you on Thursday.
I know. I already said I wasn't going down.
Bitch was going. You did say that, but
I wasn't
man,
going down.
just can't believe you, bro. Can't believe you.
Micah Hemp. Y'all see the guy who's one pick away from winning $6,133,000 in the Circa Survivor pool. All he needed was Raiders win. Kenny and GP said F yo money.
I did
that's amazing.
not.
Yeah, that's what he gets for not cashing out.
How does that even work? Explain that to me,
Dude,
man.
I bet you if he would have cashed out, he still would have had a couple million. Why would you not cash out?
Yeah, you're because that was the last game then. Yeah. Do they offer a cash out when it's that type of stakes? I don't know.
I think you can. I've heard you can actually like deal with whether it's DraftKings or whoever directly and like.
Oh well, I guess when you
through
doing it that
email
type of money, yeah.
Because I don't know if they give you
like
the
that.
option on the app, but I think there's something that can be worked out.
Okay, I'm like, I don't even know what you got to put up to get them numbers like that, boy. Whew. Deke, you betting like that to win that type of money, man?
I wonder how much he even put on.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's got to be a crazy parlay.
Yeah.
But to get to $6 million, you probably had to drop a few hundred at least.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe 1,000 even. No, not on a parlay like that.
I think you got to drop like some serious money, man, to get to $6 million.
Yeah. I think the most I'd be dropping on like a crazy like 10-leg plus parlay is like $20 max.
Gotcha.
And that, that could go a long way. That could get you up to maybe in those 100,000s. Yeah.
That boy said $6 million.
I'd probably cash out. Like if there's one last game and if I can be guaranteed.
Yeah.
I'll just take it.
I'm taking it. I'm
for
with
the most part. Unless it's the Steelers, maybe I'd rather die with the Steelers.
See, my problem is I do it on my UFC fights, and I'm such a sucker because I be like, no, I'm going to hit them even harder now. And that's how I always get got. I be like, yo, I done hit on 3 of these ones. I got me a little undercard in here. Wait for the main event, Moats. You got this. This your guy. You want him to win. Crush me every time. Make me sick. So, yeah. Maybe I need to start doing that. You're right. Maybe I need to start just taking a win and just be like, you know what? I done hit on 3 of these things. Don't wait till this last one. The final leg of the parlay don't got to hit. I could just bounce. Oh, no, it's that pride, bro.
I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. Whatever's more fun for you.
Yeah. It's more fun when I win. But I don't know. It's something about that last leg on the parlay when you done hit multiple spots already. Like, bro, I gotta. It's my night. Until it's not my night. Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Vincent Martinez, great win. Are Trey Norwood's ankles okay? He got crossed over pretty hard on that TD play.
Shout out to Norwood, man. The young pup, he was out there.
I can't believe Renfro even stayed in bounds.
Yeah. But the young boy had to play out there. He played a lot, man. Obviously, no Troy Edmonds. So that did put him out there a lot more. Him and James Pierre. I thought that they did some good things, though, man. I know that wasn't his most finest hour right there, but as a whole, man, he did what he needed to do, man. Shout out to the young dude. But, hey, man, Renfro, he got a lot of people on his mixtape. Just know that. He done that to a lot of people.
Gorilla Mode. Shout out to Big Ken. Locked in on that clutch sneak pickup and touchdown.
Yes, sir.
O-line needs to get more credit. Seeing stats that we are one of, if not the best short yardage teams in the league. # first down.
Yeah, and one of the best teams on fourth down pickups also. But yeah, man, the O-linemen, they did their thing. Whether you're talking, especially like the pass protection, Obviously, running game, you want more movement, sustainable and stuff like that. But I thought the Raiders still did a good job of matching physicality with physicality, because that was also what the Raiders do well. And, I thought that we did match their energy there in the trenches. But the thing that really impressed me was just that we really were able to keep Kenny clean for the majority of the game. He wasn't taking a crazy amount of shots. Did he have some pressure at times? Sure. But I didn't think it was anything where we felt he was under duress or never had enough time to sit, survey the field and stuff like that. And like I said, man, when you're talking about a Max Crosby and a Chandler Jones type, that's not something that you just do consistently for 4 quarters, week in and week out. But big time, kudos to those guys up front, man, for, like I said, just across the board doing what they needed to do to make sure the running game was good when it needed to be situationally, to make sure that the energy and effort was there as well. Not saying that it was perfect technique wise, because guys still were getting beat. There were still some struggles with some of the movement and stuff, and that's where our offensive line does struggle. But a lot of offensive linemen or offensive lines in this league struggle with movement up front, because they're bigger guys. So when you're trying to get them to move laterally, that's where they're going to struggle, whereas the D linemen naturally should be better in terms of that element. But when it's time to take them on to the point of attack, that's where the advantage kind of shifts. But I just thought that as a whole, man, the energy that they played with and the passion they played with up front in those trenches, man, was dope to see. And sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes it's not an issue of, am I more skilled than this guy? Sometimes it's Deontay Wilder, I just punch harder than you. And when you have that in your, as a bullet in the chamber, so to speak, I do feel like this was one of those games where at the end it was literally, we just punch a little bit harder than y'all can take. Y'all got the skill, y'all got the pretty players and all that other stuff, but this is what we can do right here. And it just felt that vibe to me, man, especially, like I said, looking at the offensive line, because on paper it doesn't match up that well to me, but to see it in stadium like that, it's like, nah, we punch a little bit harder, and that's what you need to do sometimes, man.
Yeah, for me, I just thought it was a great performance. You're right, wasn't perfect. They stuck with it and really got the job done in both phases. Yeah, I mean, sometimes the guy was getting around Pickett for the pass protection, but overall, it was fine. It's a far cry from what we were seeing earlier in the season or dating back to last year. So I just liked how this offensive line, just stuck with it, considering the conditions and everything. And whenever we had to break off a run or two, they were able to do that for Najee, give him an open lane and whatnot. And actually, speaking of Najee, he had to do it, huh?
It worked this time. This is the other reason why I knew this. When that happened, I literally looked at KK and then I text wifey. I said the exact same thing. I said, we can't lose. Everything's working perfect now. I was like, because he's been doing this all year, waiting for this moment to successfully jump over, clear, and land it, and not on his head. Yep. I said when that happened, I was like, oh yeah, we winning, baby. We ain't tripping. We winning this game for a fact. We gonna win. You, everybody and their mama knew when that happened, bro. You know, it's had to happen. Is it? Because I literally had my checklist. We had the Najee jump and land check. We had a Deontay question. What was it, a catch or was it a bad throw? Or was it a drop? We had one of those moments. Check. And
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, he had one where he's coming on a deep end and it hits his hands. It's like a little high. And I remember in the stadium, everybody was like, oh, that's the Deontay jump. I'm like, whoa. We'll look at it again. But then he came back and he kept balling, so it was good. But then we also had the jet sweep. And it worked. All three of them things, man. That's the checklist, bro. When you get those things, man, go play your luck or your lottery tickets, man. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, when the jump works with Najee, you can't beat it.
It was the perfect night, man.
That's going to hit different than the stiff arm in the truck. Like, obviously, people are going to go crazy for that. But if you just straight up clear, dude, that's an embarrassment just on a different level or a different tier.
And because with Najee, when he cleared the guy, he was still able to keep running and gaining yards. Usually when he stiff arm a dude, sometimes it's like, are you stiff arm? But then it's like two other guys come and hit him a yard or two later. That one, it was like, oh, freeze frame it, take a picture of it, replay it, slow it down, look from this angle, that angle, and this angle. Yeah, it was just dope, bro. Dope play all around.
Van Bradford, Blitzberg, ? Seems like we rarely blitz. Why?
Well, because we have guys that can win one-on-ones up front. When you got guys like Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith, TJ Watt, Larry Ogunjobi that can win one-on-ones consistently. Now, obviously, we know with TJ, he's still getting back up to speed. But Alex Highsmith, Cam Hayward, Cam specifically last game, that is what you want, because now you don't have to put your defense, your secondary, in a bind by removing a guy from coverage to have him rushing. Now, the pros of blitzing are you're going to usually have a free rusher, or you're going to at least have a one-on-one, right? So they can't slide protection, they can't double anybody. But the flip side is you're going to be short a guy in coverage. So if that ball does not come out right now, if the blitzer doesn't win, if the sack doesn't happen, now that, the coverage guys are going to be in a little bit more of a bind. And they didn't want to do that specifically against Devontae Adams. They had a double team on him a ton of times. And Minkah Fitzpatrick talked about this post game, and the film reflected it. They were exotic as heck in terms of who were double teaming Devontae, which angles they were coming from for the double team, the pre-snap disguises for the double teams, because the Raiders, they used Devontae in the slot. They lined him up at the number 1 position. They lined him up at the number 3 position. And what I mean by that number 1 position is the side all the way next to the sideline, right? Or the receiver that's aligned by himself. Then at times they would line him up at the number 3 position, which is like where your tight end is located at, like sometimes really near the line of scrimmage. They would line him up all over the place. And the reason why you do that is because most defenses, and specifically our defense, we don't do a lot of mixing and matching, or what we like to call bastardizing calls for players' alignment, which is why we struggle when teams put a wide receiver in the slot, or they put a wide receiver at that tight end position, because you'll more times than likely get a linebacker on that. This week, what we decided to do was we're going to make it a legitimate hard double team wherever Devontae was when he was in the slot. So it didn't matter if it was going to be a linebacker on him, you were going to have a safety helping out. It didn't matter if it was going to be a corner on him, like if we were in our nickel defense, you were going to have a safety helping out. And sometimes they showed it hard pre-snap. Sometimes they showed too high and moved to it. But it was going to make sure, they were going to make sure that Devontae was not going to beat them.
Good idea.
Yeah, heck yeah. But that was why you would have some one-on-ones or some other players getting just more favorable matches, because they're like, I would much rather you make Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, I'm drawing a blank on the other, Moreau. Yeah, guys like them. Like, can they beat you for 4 quarters? As we saw, Waller, he has that capability, but they weren't able to connect enough with him. So now you're looking at it and you're like, they making plays, yes, but that's not enough to kill us. That's not enough where they're going to have to execute. They're not able to do that, and we saw that. And what did we say also about that Raiders team? They were -3 on the season coming into this game in the turnover margin. They turn the ball over, and they do not generate turnovers. Carr had 11 picks coming into this game. So him throwing 3 interceptions, now granted, it wasn't all on him in terms of the interceptions happening, but in the sense of them turning the ball over in games, they do that. And that was the other thought process when playing that Vegas Raiders team. Take away Devontae, make them have to slow bleed this thing and execute 12, 15 play drives, because they cannot do that consistently for 4 quarters. And what happened? They did it the first drive, and we never saw it again.
I think that was on 3rd down, too.
Yeah.
Pass to
Renfrow. Yeah. But it was like we never saw them be able to just execute double-digit play drives consistently without a self-inflicted issue, right? A drop, an overthrow, an interception, a penalty. They would do something to mess themselves up, and that's been their knock this season. Extremely talented team, but they have a ton of self-inflicted, just self-sabotage that they do. Usually it's in the 3rd quarter. On, Saturday happened a little bit earlier than that.
Oh, they didn't score in the second half.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, usually it starts in the 3rd where they start like self-destructing, but to me, it was just like they never even got to that point where they could self-sabotage. It was just like opening drive, success, great. Then offensively, it was just kind of just in a rut. So, yeah.
Stan Clair, Moats, you believe in polygamy? Polygamy?
Question mark. No, I'm cool on the polygamy vibe, man. That's for the dudes that want like multiple wives and yeah. I'm not in that. I'm good. I'm good.
Or more, just Mormons. That's part of their religion.
That's like Utah. That's out that way, man. I watch. Me and wifey watch shows and all that type of stuff now. Because we're always just like interested in just like how other people's minds work, but I love the fact that me and her on the same page. We're just like, yo, that's
too much.
That's
too much going on.
I'm good on all that. Like I've never, how some of them dudes like, and I'm not against anybody that does have that type of belief or that type of mindset, but even just in the sense of like when people talk, I'm in an open marriage, I'm like, bro, open where? Like Nah. I'm old school, baby. What's mine's is mine's, and what's yours is yours. All right, like I don't want to share it, and I don't. Yeah, like I'm good, man. I'm good. So yeah, chill, chill.
Van Bradford.
Stay clear. What you want, man?
I think it's going back to the conversations we were having with the movies.
Oh,
the intern
I was like, yo, Stan, what's
The
going
Best
on,
Man.
bro? What's happening here, man? But no, I'm good on that, man. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not. If that's what y'all on, cool. To each their own. Like I'm not knocking whatever y'all on. That's just not for me. That's all.
Van Bradford. It's far, but how do you guys feel about going mostly defense this draft? Maybe just one O-line pickup early in the early rounds, but I like our O-line chemistry. Don't want to disrupt their progress together.
Yeah, you bring up some good points. I do feel like this is a part of why, we talked about the importance of finishing the season strong, not tanking, not starting to have ulterior motives in terms of the focus, because this is the evaluation that we needed to see. We needed to learn, who do we have here that we can count on? Who do we have here that we believe can develop? Who do we have here that we think we want to keep them a part of the bigger picture? So I'm with you, so to speak, in the sense that with this particular offensive line unit, I like what I'm seeing in terms of their growth and development, in terms of their mental fortitude, in terms of their toughness. I think of 2014 and that unit and how they kept growing, but I also think of how it was in 13 here and how it was in 12 here and how it was in 11 here and how it took multiple years, and then you finally start getting this group to start growing together, building together, going through the growing pains, and then we had that unit. I look at this and I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, you got some pieces already that's talented, you got some free agency that you done brought in here, and you got some pieces where you're questioning how good can they be, but maybe I need to bring competition in for them. But to me, man, this is I like what I'm seeing from them. And then the flip side, when I think of the secondary, I do feel like defensively I want to draft there because the two people that we've paid to help our secondary out, they're missing in action. And it's not a knock on Akello or Will Jackson for being hurt, but the reality is that's a lot of money that we put towards those two guys specifically to help our defense out. And we've been having to do it with guys like Isaiah Likely, guys like Justin Pierre. I said it right. Yeah.
James Pierre.
I'm tripping over here. I don't know why you want to call him Justin. Yeah. James Pierre. But then Levi Wallace, obviously we paid for him and he's been doing his thing. But it's like, man, our secondary is supposed to look a lot different than what it has been looking like. And for me, I'm like, okay, if it's because y'all are a little bit older or the health isn't what it needs to be, man, let's bring in some talent. Let's bring in some dudes over there. So I do like that thought process. And then obviously even at the inside linebacker position, Miles Jack, definitely think he'll be back. But we got to see what happens with 5'5", 41, man. I'm like, yo, I like that coming back. I really do.
Keep Spillane,
I want 41 back. I do.
What role he has, I see him more as like a perfect third guy.
He's the third
but
LB.
Like, I think we need him. We just need to keep him around. It's
to
good
me,
depth.
like, I'm a Spillane dude. People don't like his game, and that's fine. But he's one of them dudes that he's a glue guy, man. You
not
need
afraid to
dudes
hit.
like that, man. He will come downhill and set that tone. And I said, man, that Raiders game was a Spillane game. Bro, they trying to run that rock, man. That's what he does. That's what he does. And he's just good enough in coverage that you can keep him out there when you need him to, man. And that's what he did, man. But that's what Spillane is capable of, man. And that's what his tape looks like. It's just fans at times don't always appreciate those type of things. It's more so that I want to see you in coverage. And if you can't do that, I don't want you. But as we've been seeing, especially for the way that we play the game.
Got to see Isaiah Simmons get cooked left and right yesterday in that Bucs game.
Yeah.
That's why they drafted him specifically. Like, he's a freak for coverage.
Yeah.
And they were trying to talk about him really good for like a little segment.
Happening.
Then like
it
the next 5 plays, he was just getting targeted by Brady.
It was not happening, bro. But that's this game, man. That is definitely this game. But it's like, yo, if you're going to struggle at that, you better be elite at something else. And for Spillane, he's just good enough coverage-wise, but he's going to do that run game. That's what he specializes in, man.
You're 100% right as to why that's like the perfect matchup for Spillane there, because they don't really pass to Josh Jacobs.
Nope, they don't. They don't.
1 reception for 6 yards in that game.
Yep.
And they don't traditionally even do it. They haven't been doing it much throughout the season.
And you know how they do it? I'm going to run you through here. You're not even going to give an option route. It's like a defined just run an out route. Spillane gonna cover that. He do that. Now, if it's a Chuba Hubbard where you got time to sit down, option route, QB gonna scan the field, now you gonna move. Hey, that's not Spillane's game, baby. And we saw that also. But anything else where you're like, oh, you're letting Spillane know where you're gonna run this route? Oh, no. You ain't gonna just tell Spillane what you doing and think that he ain't gonna cover you. You ain't gonna let Spillane sit in no zone and be able to read this quarterback eyes and you dumping this ball off and don't think he gonna go over there and smack that. That's what Spillane does. Absolutely.
I mean, I agree with the sentiment about getting defense. Corner is going to be one of our top targets. Mm-hmm. I will say this, in terms of the left side with Moore and Dotson, this is back-to-back games. I feel like net positive for those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still not saying you don't draft a lineman on the left side in one of those top 3 picks. But
I don't mind it.
Still, maybe we do just focus more on defense. Get a corner, see what we do with Devin Bush. Maybe we get a stud middle linebacker to pair with Miles
that's the
Jack.
one I'm low-key, like, I want to see
if Cam can keep playing like this, I don't know if we got to worry about defensive line. We just got to re-sign Ogunjobi.
Because I don't want them to let Edmonds walk, but I can see them letting Edmonds walk because of KZ. And you're going to have KZ way cheaper. Like, KZ doesn't have enough tape this year, but KZ's definitely the guy that they want to keep. And it makes perfect sense.
It's either or.
Yeah, but
if
either
one,
walk,
you got to sign the other.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I'm like, you're still going to win right there. I just went cheaper. I was like, I think that KZ's going to be the cheaper
We got to
option.
sign other guys.
Right. So if we're trying to keep an Ogunjobi, all right, we're going to have to cut a corner, maybe cost-wise, but I'm cool with that one.
Because we still don't have to do anything on offense.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, Deontay got his contract.
And we moved Chase. So that was going to be the next one that you had to take care of. You already took care of Chooks this offseason.
It's going to be moved to Najee the
following year. Yeah. Everybody else is like, none.
Maybe we go Joey Porter Jr. and Ringo out of Georgia.
Never know, man.
2 lockdown cornerbacks, and then we draft a lineman.
See, simple. And somebody from JMU. You always need a JMU on your
Joey
team,
Porter Jr. and I don't know all the middle linebacker prospects right now, but some guy, middle linebacker, that can maybe split time with Spillane in his rookie season across Miles Jack.
Spillane, because
as long as we have that defensive line, TJ Watt healthy,
that's a perfect dynamic for Spillane as well, man. Because he's down, he will mentor, but at the same time, he's going to challenge. You're not just going to come out there and just beat him because you're a top pick, and I think he's proven that as well. So yeah, man. Yeah. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a Spillane dude, man. I'm not saying you got to pay the man, make him a start. I'm not saying that, but I just like his energy, bro.
He's a perfect guy.
Yeah, I just like his energy, bro.
The culture, and he can play when needed.
He's always prepared, man. Always prepared.
And we've seen it multiple times throughout the year with Miles Jack being out.
Yeah.
He's able to take on, at least for like a game or two, we can get out of a stadium with him for sure.
He's the perfect third LB, bro.
Yeah.
He's the perfect third dude, man. Absolutely, man.
Steeler Nation on fire. Am I right on this?
Yeah, but actually what I was going to do, let's pause real quick because I want to announce the winner of the giveaway. Can we do that real quick?
100%.
Because I did see it's like 5:17, so we've been in this thing for a little bit. You know what I mean? And I know that the people want to know who won the giveaway because it was a lot of cool stuff that was in said giveaway. So cool. Is that cool? We talk about that for a little bit.
100%.
That's
I'm
cool.
excited to hear too.
All right, yeah. You know, so we're gonna come right back. We're gonna come right back to this game recap, but it's announcement time, baby, because we did talk about the giveaway, the holiday giveaway. Yes, indeed. Where, I had a signed copy of the Moats Theory of Life, my book, along with an autographed picture of yours truly. I believe it was from the Cleveland Browns game. Signed jersey as well from yours truly. Shout out to Fifth Avenue Sports, the homie Justin over there, man. He did provide the jersey for you guys as well. That ultra smooth, comfy, the stylish collective blanket that I personally like, a little lawnmower 4.0 for Manscaped, because it's for the culture. who don't want a little Manscaped, right? Promo code Moats if y'all don't win. Promo code Moats gets 20% off along with free shipping, and that Weed Whacker the Weed Whacker as well for those nose hairs, right? So it was one of those things where we were gonna be able to have a little love for the men or the women in the chat, If you're a man and you got a significant other, or you might want it all for yourself, boom. If you're a lady and you got a significant other, you might want it for something, but either way, we had options. So, we did have a lot of people enter into the contest, and I want to say I greatly appreciate all of your participation. Okay? But Deke, it is time to announce the winner. It's time. Okay?
Right here.
It's time. Now,
there can only be one winner.
It can only be one. And like I said, it was a ton of y'all that entered in to this here giveaway. And we are very grateful for that. But the winner of the contest. And this individual was selected at random. Okay. But that winner is Leah Warren. Shout out to Leah Warren. Let's give her a hand clap, ladies and gents. So, Leah Warren, you are the winner of the holiday giveaway. We definitely appreciate your support and just always rocking with us as well. And it looks like the random picker also vibe with you as well because the random picker picked you out. So, shout out to you for that. So, we'll make sure we send you an email to the one that you submitted with. And, we'll get the communication rolling and get all that stuff to you. But big time salute to you, Leah. So, yeah, absolutely. Let's get it. You got the book coming, the picture coming, the jersey coming, the blanket coming, the lawnmower 4.0, and the weed whacker. So, salute you.
Leah Warren is excited. She says, I won. OMG.
Let's go. And Leah is always here too. I feel like Leah, anytime we stream, man, Leah on this thing with us, man. So shout out to you once again, though, man. And even though, if I remember correctly, wasn't she the one who killed me with the Bills meme that one time? It was you. It was.
Oh my, that was incredible.
It was you. Yeah. Shout out to the random picker then. Yeah, cause I should have thrown some Bill stuff in if I'd have known that. Yeah, but shout out to you though, Leah. Shout out to you.
Whoa.
What's up? What's happening?
We
You
got
good?
some breaking news. I hope this is true. We know him. He's always hopping in the chat. Jay Ramos. I don't think he's lying
Shout
to
out
us
Jerry.
here. Tua is in concussion protocol.
Tua? Huh?
We need the Patriots to beat the Dolphins too. We need the Dolphins to lose out.
Yo, you wallet. You're wallet.
What, you think he's lying?
No. I'm just saying. I definitely.
You think it'd be better if Tua was in?
I gotta do it. I'm just like, yo,
I'm with you. I think it's up in New England.
I know. I'm just like, yo,
Teddy might be able to sling that better than Tua up there.
I kind of want Tua out there, but that'd be number 3.
Let me see.
Would that be number 3 for him this year? No way. He got no way.
I don't see anything on ESPN, the main site. I could check.
It's a lot of people saying
true?
he's not lying.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, you check it out though. You check it out.
Clearly, we are
you
not
check
rooting
that
for
thing out, man.
Tua
Yeah.
to be sustaining head injuries.
Yeah,
and
we don't
have
want
concussions.
that. Yeah.
I'm talking about strictly what would happen for
from
the
a
Steelers.
on-field standpoint. Yes.
Yes, clearly.
Yes.
Not wishing any harm will for Tua.
Yeah.
You might be right though. If Tua's on the field,
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he was throwing passes literally right to the Packers defenders. And I was watching the game with my cousin. I'm like,
Yo.
dude,
Yes.
the balls that he throws are floaters.
Yep.
Now, some of them are accurate. And it's just like, man, how does the defender not be able to get to that pass? But whatever it is, he floats it up there and it lands right in some of the dude's bread baskets. But other times, he is tossing them.
Yeah, they said it's confirmed.
Up in the grabs.
Bleacher
Up for grabs.
Report, Rappaport, CBS Sports.
So he's not playing. He's not going to play.
Yeah, they're
There's
saying
no way.
Tua is out. Yeah.
There's no way he's going to play. Right?
That's
There's no
crazy.
way.
What did Rap say, man?
what he
That's what I'm
says.
saying. 3, bro. Like 3 in
Tua
this short
once
of a
again
span, bro.
in NFL concussion protocol. Status for week's game
Like, man.
against Pats is now in doubt.
No, that like in all
They might
seriousness.
just have to shut him down for the season.
Well, I was gonna say in all seriousness, when we were talking about, when you were saying it to me, my initial reaction, it wasn't
about the Steelers.
It wasn't.
Mine was
Yeah.
strictly Steelers thinking.
My thought process was kind of like in the sense of like, dang, this sucks that he's in a protocol again. But then it instantly went to like, I do feel like we would be a lot better if he wasn't out there. I mean, if he was out there, I think it would be a better situation. But I definitely initially was like, that's kind of sucky that this dude this is 3rd one, bro. Like,
It's terrible. Yeah.
dude,
one season.
that's scary, man.
And the ones that he was taking early on were brutal.
Yeah, that's like I said, man. Just knowing some dudes that have dealt with that type of concussion stuff, man, and the ramifications of it afterwards. It's like, bro, please be careful. That's a dangerous game, bro. That's a dangerous game.
So clearly not good news for Tua personally or for his health. But
in
you're saying
terms
also
of-
not good news for the Steelers?
potentially, all right, potentially. But we'll see, man, because Teddy might be rusty.
Teddy could be rusty.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was their 3rd, I'd feel amazing about it. Thompson, whoever the hell that was.
Was it Skylar Thompson?
Yeah. Never even heard of him
Yeah.
until they put him in like week 6 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and also, do we have anything else we want to tap in with that?
No. I was just reading some of the reactions to Leah winning, but then we got that breaking news.
So let's go back to Leah, because I did want to say one other thing once we finished. Put the little giveaway graphic back up there. Shout out to Dom too, man. He did a nice little graph right there. I don't know if you've seen it. I took it down, but it's coming back up. It's coming.
I'm sure it is nice.
Yeah, it was a little pretty thing. I liked it.
Tommy Vincent, I lost the comment, but he was taking a shot at Leah, actually.
Oh, no.
I need to find it because it was...
Defend my honor. Somebody defend my honor, man. Nah, shout out to Leah, though, man. We like I said, man, I'm super happy for her, man. Because she be rocking with us, even though she definitely did get me, though. Now that I remember that, I'm like, yo, you for a fact got me, man.
Can't find it. Oh, no, here it is. He calls Leah out, says, Leah Warren isn't even a Steelers fan, though.
Get on her. I
feel like that's fake news. I feel like she is a Steelers fan.
She might have
coming
been
up with
fan.
that meme for you.
Yeah. Worst case, she on most experience with Deke fan. Cause every time we on the stream, she on this joint, man. So we will salute Leah. And I did also want to say this though. This was what I finally remembered. I had it in my notes today. I was trying to be a little bit more organized and buttoned up. All right. But it had me thinking, because everybody obviously had to go to the website, arthurmoats.com, to submit for the giveaway, right, to be a potential winner for it. But what I also wanted to let you know was we're going to be adding on, and I do want everybody here to understand this. You remember the concept we had in the past, Deke, called Moats' Mailbag, where fans of the show, man, and this is before we were even doing like a podcast, but people could just, ask specific questions, whether they were emailing them in, and I would pick and choose which ones I would want to specifically answer to. Well, I want to bring that concept back, but in a little bit different way. So I want to do Moats' Mailbag, but I want to have your face shown a little bit, right? So this is what we'll be doing for those people that want to participate in Moats' Mailbag going forward. On the website, arthurmoats.com, there's an area up there where you can submit. You can have, I think it's like a contact page, right? Where you can submit comments, email, whatever. But what I want is for you, if you have a question for yours truly, or even me and the homie Deke, record yourself, asking whatever the question is, and submit that thing, man. And, I find a couple of them things that we like a little bit more, and make sure that we respond to that, even put it back up there on the website, arthurmoats.com, and some of that stuff we even repurpose back on the YouTube channel as well. And I think it'll be a cool way to also bridge that gap when we thinking about people like Leah Warren or Hannibal 090 or even Steelers Road Warrior, right? They might have a question. It's like, man, we respond to you guys in the chat, but I think it'd be kind of cool that, hey, man, if we had a video up where we actually are responding to your question, but we can actually all see you guys asking the question. Just kind of put a little face with the name. Make it a little bit more personal, man. So, like I said, for those that want to participate in the Moats Mailbag, that's how we're going to roll with it, man. But, like I said, just put your email your video question or submit your video question on the website, arthurmoats.com, or you can do it the OG style, moatswinners@gmail.com. But, that's just the vibe. So shout out to each and every one of y'all for that. And now we're back.
Where do we want to go from here? Continue with the super chats?
Yeah. Let's get it. My friend.
Yeah, we've been
cooking really nicely, man.
Tackling all the topics we need to as this thing goes.
I would agree.
Okay. This is Steeler Nation on fire.
I'm even proud of myself. I remember all my announcements today. Usually I have like 3 different things I'm supposed to talk about each and every day, or whenever we come up here. And I always forget the announcements. I'll be like, I'm supposed to talk about this. I'm supposed to tease this. I got to remember to talk about that and forget everything. So I wrote it down this time. It worked out.
That's good.
Yeah.
Steelers Nation on fire says, last show I said Steelers would come back and win with a touchdown pass to Pickens. Couldn't. I can't believe I was right. Yeah,
I'm with it. And, man, I forgot who it was, too. Somebody called, had the exact score prediction, too, bro.
Nice.
Whenever we were shouting them out, doing the stuff, I did look back and somebody was like, "Yo, check out!" I was like, "Oh snap! All right, you actually were right." So cool. Man, I like that. But shout out to Steelers Nation on fire.
There was a time in the second quarter, as before the Raiders kicked their field goal to get 10 points. I was just thinking, how can we get this to 13-7? We finished it off the exact same score as the Immaculate Reception. That would have been pretty cool.
No, it would have been.
Hey, we got 13, though. That's pretty good. That's good enough.
That's the correlation. 13 and 13.
Yeah, that's good enough. Game-winning drive to get 13.
Yep.
Fisher momentum. What's good, Steelers fam? Just got off work.
Hey, there it is. Well, first off, Fish Momentum, shout out to you for punching that clock, man, getting that money and coming off working and vibing with us. Also, man, we called out your boy Deke because he did not pull up on Friday like he was supposed to. So, yeah, other than that, everything is good, though.
Fish Momentum says, love the passion. Steelers are back, son.
Oh, you better believe it, man.
Steelers
Back
on
like we
fire.
never left.
Deke, how you feel about the NFL changing the time for the Steelers and Ravens game?
Dun.
We said we were going to talk about this. If there's ever a thing I ever called, if there was ever a thing I called, I called this.
Did you call it or did you call it?
I told Sunday Night Football, keep that same energy.
Get him.
And they didn't. I did not want to play a Sunday Night Football game the rest of the season.
Up, Deke?
I said the Steelers were going to go on a run.
Talk to him, Deke.
And they were going to be an interesting team that you're going to want to be putting on primetime as the season goes on.
Talk about
Don't
it.
flex us out of this Bengals game.
He said,
do not do it.
Do it. He said, don't do it.
It was an interesting game in and of its own right because we had Pickett, a first-round pick, going up against the guy he was compared to coming out of the draft, Joe Burrow. Division rivalry. We took care of the Bengals week 1. It was, I would say, a fork-in-the-road type of game for both teams because we needed to win to keep our playoff chances alive. Even though we did lose, our playoff chances were still alive. It's just the margin for error was small.
I would agree.
And then for the Bengals, it's like, okay, are you for real or are you not? Because they were looking a little shaky at times throughout the season. And that win catapulted them to where they're at right now.
Yep.
That was an interesting game. But no, they decided to flex us out of it, put in Mahomes and Herbert. The matchup we've seen how many times over these last 3 years? Both good quarterbacks.
Talk about it.
Come on, man.
Talk about it.
Come on, man. And then the worst part about it, too, is the Sunday Night Football games, they have left on since then. Some of them have been god-awful. Do you have the schedule up? I don't even have the schedule.
Terrible. Terrible.
I don't have the schedule up, but I'm going to look at it. I remember there's been at least 2 or 3 games that I'm like, that's 50 times worse than Steelers-Bengals, and you didn't flex it.
That's the game you want up there? You want that game up there?
One of them was the Cowboys.
And you know that won't. It's crazy.
They're facing some god-awful team. I can't remember. It might have been the Colts. It was the Colts. It was the Colts game. They didn't want to flex that one.
Colts.
Didn't flex that.
Yeah.
Okay, so since the Steelers
Talk about it,
Bengals game that they flexed out.
Talk about it.
Patriots Vikings. Was that a Thanksgiving one or something?
What was the date?
Yeah, that was Thanksgiving. Okay.
All right.
Packers Eagles. That was a good game.
Okay.
Colts Cowboys. Terrible. Should have flexed. Dolphins Chargers. All right, that's fine. Giants Commanders. Actually, you know what? Based off the records, I guess you keep that.
All right.
Bucks Cardinals. No, that was Christmas. I guess you have to leave it because of logistics.
Yeah.
That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Like you can't you'd have to like literally switch days. You know what I mean? You'd have to take a Saturday game
and put it on Sunday. Yeah.
So I understand that.
Well, because even with were all 3 of those games all 3 weren't on the same network either. Yeah, you had CBS, Fox, and NBC yesterday. Because I was like, you could have switched maybe the 1:00 game to that, but nah.
Colts Cowboys. There you go.
That was the one.
There you go. I mean,
that was the one.
Steelers Bengals, man, that was one to keep on there. And I mean, it finished 37-30. It would have been a good game to keep on Sunday Night Football. We've definitely seen worse out there. But now all of a sudden, Steelers go on a little bit of this winning streak right now.
Now they remember our number.
They're looking good. Kenny has the game-winning drive. Oh, this is a trendy young team, man. They got Pickens. Now we want to throw them on Sunday Night Football? No, you had your chance and you took us off. It's not even that you missed it. We were there, and then you took us off. So I don't want to be on Sunday Night Football. It's unfortunate, though, because they flexed us into it. So I'm going to watch it.
Deke, this the thing, though. They said, hey, big head, you up? They said,
Listen,
I know.
If I was Rooney, I'd say no.
They said,
leave us in the 1 o'clock spot.
They said, I know we had our times, and I know I left you at that bar. The last time, we were supposed to meet up, I know I left you there. But, hey, you looking nice all of a sudden, You been working out? I see that new gym membership. You like new diet going on here, huh? Okay. You trying to go to dinner? And yeah. They take me back to dinner, Deke. Let them take you back to dinner. They try and win you back. Let them earn you back, Deke. They try and earn your love back, Deke. They hit you with the hey big head. So we just going to see what's up. We're going to allow them to set the tone. All right? But this is them trying to get back in the good grace with Steeler Nation. They flex you back, and then We'll see
Too
how
late.
much, and
It's
then
too
we'll
late.
see if they really love
Too
us.
late.
We'll see if we really want to rock with them when the new schedule comes out. And if we're not scheduled for at least 4 of them things, then we know we tripping still. But in all seriousness, though, for me, man, I looked at it like this. When they did flexes out, yeah, it sucked. It was embarrassing, and yeah, we could definitely make a case that it was a little overreactive on top of that. Like, man,
It was an interesting game.
It definitely was.
I really thought it was.
So, like I said, that part, yeah, it definitely sucks. But I look at it more so from the team's perspective, and this is why it's a positive for the guys. Number one, it shows them the simple context of this league. When you play bad and you're not the hot ticket in town, they will take you off of them big games. They will take you off of prime time. They'll take you off of having that feeling where you walking in and you know we the only game on today. We the only game on right now. But at the same time, you can also get rewarded. When you start kicking butt, when you start winning, it is contagious. That is something that I learned when I got to Pittsburgh. It's like, man, you win. You want to keep winning. You want to keep stocking them things. But you also want to feel the reward of that. And what are the rewards from winning games? Well, you win division championships. You start making wins in the playoffs and stuff like that. But also, you start seeing that each of your games become bigger and bigger. You get a lot more 425s, a lot more 815s, 820s, a lot more holiday games and stuff like that. And it just has a big game feel to that. And I think that this unit has earned the right to beat back on prime time. I know as fans, we look at it one way, but as players, we say you got to earn the right to be on prime time. You got to earn the right to be the hot ticket in town. And I remember in Buffalo, man, my 4 years there, we would complain because we were only getting the mandatory Thursday night primetime game. And it was always going to be us versus Cleveland, or it was going to be us versus Miami. And at the time, well, none of us good. And we knew, it was like, bro, ain't nobody wouldn't watch this game. That's why they put us versus them each and every time.
Was there a Jets game in there?
No, we ain't. No, because the Jets were still kind of good back then. That's when they still had Sanchez and LaDainian and all that. But yeah, we was going to get Cleveland, or we was going to get Miami. It was going to be one or the other, all right? And I believe it was Cleveland like 3 times, Miami 1 time. Yeah. And yeah, Miami was like, when we finally felt like we was actually kind of good, it was like, oh, we get to actually host? What? Yeah, bro, it was like that. Craziness. But then I got to Pittsburgh, and I remember 14. It was like, yo, we scheduled for how many of these prime times? And y'all flexing us in? And then we won. Then I remember in 15, 5 prime time games scheduled, plus flexing, and then you go to playoffs. 16, 17. It was just like, man, it became... We switched our schedule in terms of our work schedule for practices because we needed to reflect getting used to playing in primetime games. So instead of us practicing in the morning or like normal times, it was like, no, we're going to practice super late in the afternoon or have our morning meetings pushed back, so to speak, to just account for that feeling. Because we had to get used to it because most of our games were going to be like that. But we learned that you had to earn that, man. And when you did, it had you operate with a certain level of urgency in your preparation because you do not want to get embarrassed on prime time. You can have a bad play, Deke, on a 1 o'clock game. Man, your boy's going to see it. Your mommy, your daddy, your close friends, right? Because they the only ones going to be watching specifically your game at 1 o'clock on Sunday when it's all these other games going on. So you can get away with some stuff, man. You can have some bad plays out there. Nobody really gonna see it. When it's prime time, Deke, they see everything. Everything. Like, it could be something that you was like, yo, it ain't look that bad. But because that camera angle is prime time and everybody can see it and everybody got an opinion, oh, they gonna kill you for it, Deke. You also think about that. So when you're preparing, you're like, bro, I'm going to make sure that I have my A game when I come out here. And that's the other thing. And I feel like for this group, once again, this young group, them understanding and learning that feeling, how to prepare with a sense of urgency, how to handle that anxiety and that excitement that comes with playing in prime time, what comes with playing in big games, what comes with playing meaningful football in December. Think about that, man. Once again, we still having these type of conversations. These are all the things that this team is getting a chance to experience. So that is the other side of why I actually do like the fact that, you know, they got it right this time and flexed us back in. But yeah, I definitely could feel you on the front end because it's like, yo, y'all left us when we was, you know what I'm saying, we were building this thing
Sunday
up.
Night Football is my favorite time slot too.
Yeah, it's dope, bro.
That's right. I'm not against Steelers being in primetime. I'm against how this all took place. It's actually disgusting. There's a reason we call it the fake medium. Not only are a lot of these dudes' takes terrible, but they ain't keeping that
Yeah.
same energy.
Yep.
They faking. They switching up on us.
They're switching up sides, man.
Seriously, there was no reason to flex that Steelers-Bengals game. There was no reason.
They
It was an
panicked,
interesting
man.
game.
They panicked. They
It was an
panicked.
interesting game. They don't watch football, so they didn't know what we were building
They
here.
panicked. At times, the
Embarrassing.
network would panic, man. At times, the network will definitely panic. Oh, and I did want to say I appreciate all y'all been shouting out my sweater. They send my ugly Christmas sweaters real
pretty
ugly,
bad.
and they like it. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Steelers, man. I done had this thing since I think this was my 2016 when we did the because you know the Steelers always do like the Christmas carols.
Sure.
Yeah, and this is the thing that we always loved about the Christmas carols. We were gonna get to take home whatever they had in there accessory wise. So I have like all these like random Christmas themed Steelers accessories, and this was like my sweater in here. I like this thing, man. It still fits, so still doing good. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all. I like it.
I got to read some of these comments.
Let's do it.
Leah Warren, I agree with Deke. Don't come crawling back when we start to look good. We were looking good.
Yeah,
We were still looking good at the time.
We-
It's just we need to get the fine
they
tuning in.
caught us in between. We ain't had a hair all the way right. You know what I'm saying? Like we needed to shave a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like they caught us on an off day. That was it.
I knew it. I
That was
literally
it.
called this. I said we're going to finish the season off strong. We're going to be an interesting team. And all of a sudden, yeah, just because now we pull off this game-winning drive, NFL
Yep.
wants to hop on and capitalize off the trend. No, like the Steelers, we are the trend. We are
Yeah.
the trend. You
We
don't
are the culture.
hop on and back and forth because of trending and likes. And no, Steelers are the trend. You got to stick with us the whole time. NFL embarrassed themselves with flexing us out of Steelers-Bengals. And
Do
unfortunately,
better.
I don't know how much we have a say. Like, I don't have any say in this. But
Yeah.
if they asked me, if I had control, like, hey, we want to flex you back into Sunday night, send them a big letter back saying F no. No. You already took us out of the Steelers-Bengals slot that was going to be Sunday Night Football then. Don't do it again. You had your chance. We were already slotted there, and you took us out.
Just think of it like, you know how you be forgiving AB for everything? Just look at them the same way. Just turn your be like, you
can't
know
do
what? I
that.
forgive you guys.
I can't do it.
If you could look over AB, would you take AB back today if you could get him back on the Steelers?
No, we're done. We're done.
Would you take him back today if you want him? If it was vet
No, we're
minimum and you knew
We're done.
one game only, you just need it for one game.
One game. All right,
One
so hold on.
game?
One game only, and probably like Pickens and Deontay are hurt, or like one. Or the
However
other
the
hurt,
scenario is,
and we need it for a playoff.
Would you take him for one game?
I would.
So if you could do that, I think we could be all right, bro.
I think we can.
Flex,
I
we'll be
think
all
we
right,
can
bro.
maybe start getting on the same page the further we get removed from this season, and we start to get the new schedule for next season.
Then you'll be better.
Seeing where we're slotted and
Yeah.
stuff, maybe they can make amends that way. But for this season, I'm over it.
It's over. All right.
I'm over for this season. I'm not happy about it. I will watch the game, of course. I will watch the game. Let's not act like I'm not gonna do that.
I was like,
but
are you gonna protest this thing, man? Like, I was really trying to figure out, like, what's the end game here, man?
I'm just not happy. I just.
But you're gonna be happy watching it though, because you said that's your favorite time slot.
I just feel like the switch up is incredible and needs to be noted by what the NFL and the Sunday Night Football and
Definitely
NBC
noted.
has
Definitely
done.
noted. I'm with you on
Needs to
that.
be noted.
Yes.
It's terrible.
Yes. In fact, what did they say? Duly noted. Yes.
I don't know what else I have to say. I'm just.
I like when you get it off your chest, though, man.
It
You
just
know?
pisses me off.
I
It really
definitely
took
dig it,
you.
man.
It really took you Christmas Eve game.
Yeah.
We get this game-winning drive to
Mhm.
all of a sudden now you want to jump back on. I
Yep.
told them the bandwagon was closed. You can't start
You told them.
coming back to us and saying, "Oh, let's flex you back
Mhm.
into the prime time." So, no, it's over. It's over.
Yep. All they had to do was listen, man. But now they'll listen. Hopefully.
I don't know what to say. I mean, do you see how quick it is for them to jump off, though? That's how quick it was for them to jump off.
But you saw how quick they jumped back on. That mean we got that mean we got that thing on them. Deke,
like that.
Deke, everybody got that one where you just feel like, yo, you know what? If I just text, I could just call you and, you know, like everybody just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's how you feel.
Special momentum. Shout out to all, even Bro Barry and Barilla 92.
He said even the ops. That's how he referred to it. All right. I like it. I like it. It's just kumbaya, man. Peace and love.
Fish Momentum says, Ambition was a movie. Love Deke's integrity.
Mm-hmm.
February 10th, 2023.
Oh, he back on the scene. Back on the scene. But I thought he had a New Year's thing too, though, right?
Maybe not.
Yeah, I thought he did. I don't know.
Maybe that one on Friday was the last for him. Yeah, you're right. It might be January.
Yeah.
Might be some in January. Maybe February is the second one
Maybe.
coming up. Mike Hood. Normally in from the 614, But in the 925 for the holidays, I got my Christmas wish.
Let's go.
Steelers win.
Let's go.
All is good in the hood. Peace
Let's
to
get
y'all.
it. Nah, love to hear that, baby. Love to hear that.
Next. Mike Hood again. Oh, yeah. It's 82 here today.
Oh, little heat wave then.
It's a little too hot, actually.
Man, 82. Man, give me a little tan like that. I don't mind a little side there. Yeah.
Edward Hall just giving us some support. Thank
Shout
you
out
for
to
that.
Edward Hall, man. We greatly appreciate you from the heart.
Steeler Nation on fire. Kenny was playing like Big Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Got to keep balling.
Tell you though. Gloves, long sleeve, visor. Tell you, bro. He was like little Ben, but he need to be a little thicker. Just tell him put him like the double rib protector so he can be a little more girthy in here. Tell you, man. He had that look about him, bro.
Like I
And
said,
then-
I'm only taking the Big Ben compliments
and the
or
vintage
the Big Ben comparisons as compliments.
and the vintage. Oh, I hurt my leg. Oh, you know he stayed with the limp. It's either the limp or it was gonna be the arm shake. The limp or the arm shake, and you like because you know that's what he eat every time, Deke. Every time he gonna give you one of them, and he gave us that, man. So it was perfect.
Yeah, the gritty performance by the
Mhm.
offense comes down to one final drive.
And am I
Defense is
seeing
playing
a
good.
little beardish growing up on him? Am I seeing a little beard going on right now? I don't know if are you seeing what I'm seeing? This looks a little, it's filling out a little bit, man. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know if I saw that.
It's a little beard coming, a little peach fuzz, man.
But no, I don't think enough can be said about that performance by Pickett. Honestly, I think
Nah,
it
he
was
was doing his
just
thing, man.
It was a great thing to be seen. The timing of all of it, and just straight up winning football.
Yeah.
We need 7 points. You get 7 points.
Give
We
me what I
win the
need,
game.
baby. Give me what I need.
Edward Hall. I think he's the next one, right?
Yes.
Thoughts on what? SS? Canada's offense? Saturday-ish? I'm
Hey, bro.
confused.
Hold on. Hey, yo, did I read what I don't know what I just read, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm researching.
Canada's offense,
take a
Saturday-ish. Who said that?
Oh, he's saying it's Jeff Saturday-ish. Maybe that's what he's
Did
saying.
someone say that?
I don't know. I think that's what he's saying. Canada's offense is Saturday-ish, like Jeff said. I was like, holy smokes, man. Yo.
I'd say it was better than that. Stan Claire. Cole was getting pissed. Why? Oh, my God. Come on.
No. They said that was Steve Smith's comments.
Oh.
The chat's coming through. So shout out to Edward Hall for that. And then I see Steve Brooks, Philip Hopkins, Steelers Girl 517, J Mac 609 all pulling up and saying that it was Steve Smith. And yeah, Steve Smith was saying that they were college plays. And he was saying that it was a college offense, not a Jeff, like a Saturday offense, like a college
Not a Jeff
football,
Saturday
like a
offense.
Saturday
Okay.
football, like Saturday-ish. And but yeah, that's been a criticism of Canada. I know when we hired him last year, that was the thing that we talked about. Is very lateral, and it is very similar to what you see collegially because the college game is a lot about just the width. If I can get you sideline to sideline, outrun my athletes better than your athletes, get the numbers, and that's how you kind of take their shots that way. Whereas at the NFL, we know, man, you got to be able to like punch in a tight condensed area. That's why our like hashes are the same or are tighter as well, so it's not as spaced out like that. But yeah, man, I do think that Matt Canada has evolved. I don't look at him and just say he's simply a Saturday
It
only.
didn't really
offense.
feel like
Yeah.
that on. I mean,
Not at all.
Maybe you look back
Not
at
at all.
past games. Not that
Yeah,
game. That
that
wasn't the
game
game
was
I
not
went away
it.
from and thought, oh, this is college.
No, that felt pro style as heck. I mean, he obviously has his jet sweep stuff that he likes to do, but I don't knock him when he's moving the pocket. I don't knock him when he is trying to attack the edges of the defense, because when you don't have a team that is necessarily going to be or always going to be more physical, the alternative is to attack the edges, attack them where that strength isn't always the best when you're talking about playing in space. So yeah, I didn't feel like that, man. But then again, I do see Alex Good simply saying that it's a former Raven, and you know what? Ravens do like to hate. So that would make sense.
I guess he does have those
And we don't
Raven
like
ties.
them either.
And we just beat Carolina
Yeah,
last
absolutely.
week.
So you know what? We done beat both of his teams. So I get it.
No, but this Stan Claire comment, he says, Cole was getting pissed. Why? And then this last comment I'm just going to move on from. He says 27-10 with Mitch.
Ooh. He's talking about Mason Cole. Mason Cole, yeah, he was playing fired up, bro. Yeah. Somebody had pissed in his cornflakes that morning. Yeah, I liked it. And 27-10 if Mitch was playing. Ooh. We'll never know. We'll just leave it at that. We'll never know. You know.
I just don't even think that comment
we'll never know.
deserves my attention.
We'll never know, man. We'll never know.
We're just gonna move on.
Yep. We'll never know.
Farron Bradford, when 22 runs behind a top 5 O-line, scary hours. League not ready for that, but Steeler fans are. That man from the Bay and what he brings to Pitt.
Let's get it. Yeah, what were your thoughts on Najee this week, man?
It's what we've been seeing from him.
Mm-hmm.
I think these, however many weeks since the bye, we've been seeing good things. Wasn't perfect. It was just one of those games. He had to get some tough yards, but then did make some splash in the passing game, including the hurdle was off a pass, right?
Yeah.
It was off a pass, but then I think he finished the game with like 6 receptions, 46 yards. He was critical in that final drive. He caught some passes from Kenny as like a safety valve. So, no, I think he just had an overall good game.
Yeah, I thought.
Like if you're just looking at the stats, he outplayed Josh Jacobs. I mean,
I thought he
something
did
right there.
Yeah, I thought he did really well. Running the game, running the ball. I thought he was physical. I thought he was decisive. Receiving the ball, I thought that he caught the ball nicely. Did some stuff in space, but more so than anything, I thought that it was just a really dope tandem. Watching how him and Jalen kind of played off of each other in that game. The power and speed tandem between those two dudes, I really thought was effective for our offense. Granted, like I said, didn't always reflect a ton of points, but I thought that both of those dudes were really able to make some things happen. And yeah, I do think that this offense line is eventually going to get really good. I do. And when it does happen, I don't know if Najee's still going to be here, but if he is, man, that could get very scary, man, because like they're having moments where they're starting to gel and move people, but it's still not consistent enough just yet. And to watch Najee and to watch Jalen running behind those dudes versus the Raiders and making some of the plays that they made, it just has potential, man. So I do feel you on that, man.
Next, AJ Martinez. Franco helped us beat the Raiders. 32 spirit is strong. Long live the Italian army. Thank you for all the memories, Franco.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Steeler Nation on fire. Like to see a little bit more Connor Hayward jet sweeps. I don't know about that. I'm good with those being a one-off.
Well, I did have one play that didn't work, and it hurt my heart. You know what it was?
I want to hear it.
I had been undefeated betting on this play working. This play had been working all season long. Every time we saw this person, we would always talk about them and say, hey, why is this person on the team? Are they on the team simply because their brother is TJ? But then we started to see this gentleman become a short yardage merchant. This guy became one of the leading rushers in terms of picking up 4th and 1s, 3rd and 1s off of the fullback dive. And we've called that play about 5-6 times this year, Deke, and it's done worked every single time. Until Saturday night.
So what bet do you have? Is it over on his yards?
No, just that he's going to make that play work, man, because it always works.
Who do you bet with?
Just myself.
It's an internal bet.
Yep, I'm always like, it's going to work.
You take a shot if it doesn't happen?
I wager. I'd be like, you know what? This is going to work. You know why it's going to work? Because it always works. And I thought it was going to work right there.
He almost made a Pro Bowl this year.
I know, bro.
Named alternate.
I thought it was going to work. Speaking of Pro Bowl alternates, you see the quarterback situation, bro? Okay. All right. Yeah. But
wait, who's first and second? I know Huntley's now 4th after Lamar.
Bro, like,
who was the first and second alternate?
I don't even remember.
I need to find it. I just saw that,
I just saw
Tyler
was
Huntley was a 4th alternate.
When I saw it was Huntley, and I was like, huh? What?
Lamar, fine, as the 3rd alternate,
That's
whatever.
Cool.
He was having a decent season.
There's no way you're going to tell me Huntley is the 4th alternate. I don't want to hear it. But
I'll let me try.
But going back to Derek, man, that I still can't believe that the play finally didn't work, bro. It did hurt me. I thought that play was going to work. It always works. When we're thinking of like the one-offs, like we talk about the jet sweep from Connor, I want to see more of that. I'm like, man, I like Connor jet sweeps. I like Derek Watt. I like the Derek Watt dive. What's the other play? I definitely like the screen pass. We always get the screens. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can't find this ESPN article. Just says,
oh no,
Huntley was voted as AFC's 4th alternate Pro Bowl quarterback, one slot after 3rd, Lamar Jackson. Huntley, who will start his third game of the season against the Falcons, got more votes than other quarterbacks such as Tannehill, Carr, and Mac Jones. Like, now Tannehill's been hurt. Derek Carr is definitely above Huntley this year. Like, no doubt about it. Mac Jones, maybe not. I mean, Mac Jones hasn't been doing that good. I don't even know why they brought Mac Jones into this equation.
I'm just trying to think of different.
Like, definitely not Mac Jones.
But we're talking about, what, 3 games for Huntley this season?
Yeah.
Like,
maybe more than that. Maybe a little bit more.
How many am
4 or 5,
am I missing?
maybe.
What am I missing, though?
It's not that many games. You're right.
I hate to say it. What's Kenny's numbers compared to his?
I mean, I was thinking the same thing.
Like, seriously.
Huntley has 70% of his passes this season completed for 413 yards. No touchdowns and 2 picks. Also rushing for 87 yards on 25 carries. So if he... Let me see if I can pull up his game logs. Let me see what he did that production in terms of how many games.
Deke.
So now he's up to 528. His QBR is 36.1. That's QBR too. That's the one out of 100.
Yeah.
QB rating is 76.6. That's the one out of 158. Yeah. So 5 games played. That's terrible.
I don't.
That's terrible. 5 games played. 528 yards.
Bro, you could have put 100 yards a game. You could put Mitch in. I'd rather have Mitch as an alternate. Come on, man. What are we doing, man?
1 touchdown, 2 picks. It shouldn't get to that point because I'm still trying to find out who the first 2 alternates are. Has the chat said anything?
Davis Mills? Is Davis Mills in this? Put Davis Mills in there. I'd rather Davis Mills be in there.
The chat hasn't said anything about the 2 alternates, and I'm still trying to find it. No one has an answer.
Like,
who's the 4th?
I don't know, bro.
Tua. Okay, Tua makes sense.
Okay.
Because you already have Burrow, Allen, and Mahomes. Herbert's got to be.
So you said Tua and
It's got to be Herbert then too.
It's probably Tua, Herbert, and whatchamacallit?
And then Lamar's 3.
Yeah, Lamar's 3, and if it's not Herbert, then it would be Tannehill because that was the other guy they referenced.
No, they said Huntley got more votes than him. More votes than Tannehill, Mac Jones, and then they also brought up Derek Carr.
So
Derek Carr
should for sure be over Herbert then. Yeah.
Well, honestly, based just seeing those Huntley numbers, all 3 of them should be over Huntley. I would take Mac Jones over Huntley right now. That's
what
terrible.
I'm saying. Like that's bad for business.
And like you said, throw Pickett in there too.
That's bad for business.
Put Pickett over.
Seriously.
That's an atrocity.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to Super Chats. Is that where we were?
Yes.
Oh, I want to say something about Watts, though, real quick. J.J. Watt may have played himself out of coming to the Steelers yesterday.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, bro, J.J., you ain't look like that all year,
JJ.
Bro. I say,
these last 2 games, he gets 3.5.
But that's my issue, though. That's my issue. I was like, this is the tease. Because now everybody's gonna be looking at this and saying, "Yeah, we should pay JJ," but you're not gonna get that for 17 games from JJ. You can get that for a handful of games right now.
That's why he'd be our perfect third guy.
I'm with you, but that is gonna get him paid more than the perfect third guy. That's gonna get him paid again. Yeah, I don't want to pay that because we know that that's not gonna be that all the time, man.
Yeah, but it'd be. I know. I don't know what he's thinking.
Yeah.
If he just wants to play with his brothers, he's obviously gonna have to take a pay cut.
Yeah, man. But what he did last night, I'm like, oh,
I mean,
man.
it'd be perfect, though. Third edge rusher,
bro,
when we need it on passing downs.
He was moving up and down the line of scrimmage.
I was going to say, we could have him be the second guy for Hayward or Ogunjobi, too, with
I said, my man was playing all up and down that line of scrimmage, man. But, yeah, that's going to cost. And that's not going to, at this stage, he don't do that every week, man. But he going to get paid like he do that every week still, man.
If he wants to play with his brothers that bad.
Let's take a little
Maybe that could be the overriding factor. He's got enough money.
Yeah.
Because you know what? At this point, why not? Derek Watt, Pro Bowl alternate. Yeah. He's doing some things. I'll take him back. So we could have all 3.
Yeah, because my thing is, I
don't
want to lose a Larry Ogunjobi because we overpay for JJ. That's what I'm thinking.
No, he's gonna have to.
My theory. I don't want to overpay for that.
Revolves around us getting him for maybe like $5 million or less. Him taking a pay cut, coming here because he wants to play with TJ and Derek.
Yeah, if it's a discount,
that's my theory. I think it's gonna happen.
If it's a discount,
this is the time to do it.
If it's a discount, yes. But I don't want to lose out on Larry Ogunjobi for J.J. Watt.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Like, I would definitely be upset about that.
Because Ogunjobi would be our starter. We're bringing in J.J. to be a backup type of guy, or just a third edge rush type of guy, backup for the interior defensive line.
For sure.
So you got to obviously prioritize the guy you're going to be starting over the guy you just bring in for.
I would hope
the name, not just the name, but as the depth piece, as the guy that's going to fill in when needed. Prioritize the starter first before that. But my theory, it's still there. I'm not backing off of it, but it did make me think a little bit. Man, is he going to be trying for another double-digit contract here?
Okay. He getting hot at the right time, too. That's how you get paid.
Yep. Did it on Sunday Night Football, too. We got 2 official momentum comments. He says, listen to Spaceship and A-Game and Versus, the mixtape for Ambition.
Okay.
Look at Ambition,
you only got a couple days
Pretty
left.
Ricky.
You got, was it 5 days left, man?
Yeah.
We'll see if you're a man of integrity or not.
I said 1 song before the new year.
Mm-hmm.
That's really creeped up fast on us. Damon Brown, Deke Moats, telling you something real. He just forgot to mention you need to be doing research while watching any Friday movie. LOL. Shout out to Trina and AJ.
Mandatory.
Okay.
That's mandatory. You got to watch them a little research stuff. Yeah. It makes every movie better. Krampus was way better, actually, when I watched it this go around, too, now that I think about it. Because, man, I remember when me and wife, when we went and saw that when it first came out. And I was sitting out there, and I'm like, I liked it, but I ain't really rock with it all the way. I don't know. That's probably why I didn't think it was that scary. But watching it last night, I said, I could understand why the kid was tripping. I was tripping, too. I was like, bro, I'm scared as heck of this dude, bro. Oh, my God. Yeah, so I get it, bro. I get it.
Shane Carter Jr. What's up, guys? Recently finished my first semester of law school.
Man, let's go. Big time salute you, man.
These pods were a huge help during the finals. Love the show and the playoff spot on the way.
Nah, man. Blessings, man. Nah, but that's dope, man. Dope as heck, man. So congrats to you, man. And let us know where you're going to school at, too, man. Yeah. I like that.
Fish Momentum. Next Ambition show, Deke and Moats, February 12th, 23. So I guess there isn't one in January.
Back at the Rivers.
It's just February, then.
We're gonna see if Deke is gonna have integrity and pull up.
He also says we need another live event. # Ravens Week.
We do need to tap in.
Moneybags.
We're gonna figure out something.
Car interceptions throw was at the 32. Cam picks it at the 32.
Oh,
is this true?
I don't know.
Something we might have to look into.
I don't know. I was rolling with it. It seemed dope. I don't know. Yeah.
Raiders were a little bit more on our side of the field there. Maybe it depends on how we drop back.
For me, man,
I need to look at it, I guess.
You know, this is the thing for me. Whenever I start, when people start doing all this is the connection to that connection to that. I know you've never seen this movie, but it's a movie out there called 23 with Jim Carrey. And everything equal to like the number 23, and he was like psychotic over this number of how like, oh my God, when you look at how many computers over here with this screen right here, it equals out to 23. But then if I see this person because they know this is 23, I start thinking like that when everybody started drawing all these, man, the catch was at the 32 and it was at the 32, and then my mom was 32 when that happened, and it was 32 degrees in Texas, but it was 32 because it was March the 2nd, 1932. I'd be like, bro, I can't. So I'm sorry. That just made me think of that. But shout out to you, though, Moneybags. Absolutely.
Damon Brown. Jaylen Warren is a good back for us, but I'm so impressed with his pass blocking. He always attacks the blitzer. Y'all missing claymation? ? Me neither.
No, but Jaylen definitely he's a guy that's gonna attack the blitzer, and that's what you want too, man. As a guy that has been on the other side of that thing where you're blitzing those dudes, it's a lot easier when they sit back and wait. When they force the action, when they are the aggressors, the initiators, it just makes it a lot more difficult, a lot more challenging. And for Jaylen, he's one of those dudes that even though he's short, he's not little. And that's the other part. I think some of these LBs come in there thinking they're going to run him over, and he really stings them because, that dude, he's compact, but he's definitely put together, and he understands leverage, and, he's just super explosive. So, that's why you see him a lot of times, man, filling inside on some of those blitz pickups, and he will put a hitting on some of them dudes, man. So, shout out to him. And, dude, it's funny that y'all really done seen that movie, too, bro. Dwayne, Rod Dallas,
21,
bro.
Have you ever
Philip,
seen that one?
that's the gambling movie. That's the gambling movie. But it's a movie. Philip Hopkins, he's talked about it, bro. Like that's crazy. I thought I was the only one that's seen that movie, man. But literally he like goes nuts. So it's a dope little movie though, man. Yeah,
I know exactly what movie you're talking about because I remember seeing commercials for it way back. I mean, this is probably whenever I was in like grade school.
The 2010.
It's like a was it a horror like psycho thriller?
It's a psycho thriller. Yeah.
Stan Clair. Oh, okay. Hold on. I think he's referring to whenever he asks you about polygamy.
Oh.
He says it's your love for the Bills and Steelers that has him questioning.
What? You almost made me spit my water out, man. Stop it. But I guess in that sense, you know how I'm open to a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll try everything once. All right. Never say no till you try it, Deke.
Even that team over West, Steelers West, got you
Hey.
here and there.
All I know is my son has said on numerous occasions now, Dad, once we go to Buffalo for a game, I need to go to Arizona for a game as well.
Oh, so he's like making decisions.
He's like Dad, I want to go see all of your games. I want to go to all your stadiums. I want to go vibe with all your your locker and all that. I want to do that. I want your jerseys. Yeah, we on that vibe right now. So yeah,
That's
man.
tough to hear. I thought he was committed to the Steelers.
You know, he's committed. He's committed because
was it those Mitch 3 picks that got him questioning?
Listen. He's committed. He has a lot more Steelers apparel than Bills apparel or Cardinals apparel. But he's definitely in that phase where he's like, because he's like super obsessed with football and he's like loving every little bit about it. And I think because he's actually realizing like I actually played and like, you know what I'm saying? Like I got like stuff out there. So he's like into it. So he's always like, I want that. I want to know about this. Tell me about this story, Dad. Show me this film right here.
You trying to move him away from the game? Like, don't watch this?
Yes, dude.
You got to get him in the golf, dude.
Like talk. Come on, man. You know me.
You got to show him Tiger highlights.
Listen, Deke, you know me, and wifey and me are on the same page with this. We don't want him balling. We be trying to do everything but that. And it's just like, yo, he's got the itch so bad. And I'm like, So, yeah.
So he's going to be playing football.
We didn't say that. Don't chill out now. We didn't say that.
What position?
We didn't say all that now. We didn't say all that. But just know.
Is it receiver? Because he's always, you said he's
receiver,
playing
quarterback,
as
linebacker. Those is 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he be over here like, Dad, I could do this just like how you was doing that. He was like, oh yeah, and then the one interception I had in my career, because he likes to challenge me. He's at that phase too where he's like, yo, Dad, you think you was fast? You fast? I'm like, yes, dude, I'm faster than you. Let me show you. So I had to pull up the combine video and we run it. Then I show him, top 3. Oh, okay, Dad, you was fast. He's like, you ever got an interception? It's like, yeah. So I had to show him. So I pull up the Giants preseason when I get the pick. So since then, we'll be in the crib working out, and he's always running over like, yo, getting the pick. Like, see, I can do that too. Do the same thing you do. He used to get his little stance on. I'd be like, yo, bro, why are you like this, man? Like, but he is heavy into that. Like, I want to do it. I want to quarterback. I could throw this way running. I could throw that way running. He do the whole pick my leg up. Cause I'm gonna coach him up. I can't help myself. So yeah, he over here.
If he's gonna do it, he needs to be doing it right.
He over here reading single high. You know what I'm saying? Middle field open, middle field closed. I'm teaching him slant routes. I'm like, bro, you got to push it up a little bit more before you break this in now. All right. Now, so linebacker gonna be sitting here. Okay, you got to push up a little bit high. Bro, what? Come on, man. I showed this kid how to run a day on stop route. He done learned the back shoulder already. I done got him on the back shoulder. He no toe tap. Come on, bro. I'm over here like, man, I went to tackle him. I said, yo, G, you know the thing that they don't know at your age, but when somebody about to tackle you, spin off the contact. He was like, just spin right now. Like, no, don't just spin when he's about to hit you. Then you spin. I started showing him it. Man, he running around the house. Boop, spin off that. Dad, you see that? We watched the game. You see Najee do it. Dad, you know what he just did? He spin off the contact. I said, yeah, I told you, man. So he knows what he's supposed to. I'm like, bro, if you was gonna ball, you gonna have all that. Like, you gonna have that. But nah, man, we trying to get your golf swing, man. Get your baseball swing, man. All right, you stick that over there, man. Get some soccer and get your football. I was trying to get him on the World Cup. I was like, watch the World Cup, man. Check this out, man. Yeah.
Hey, if he's serious about being a receiver,
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to take him to the best of the best, right?
Uh-oh.
I mean, you've seen Nate Floor put in the work. Like, you got to have a good mentor, right? He needs to learn how to play the position the right way.
Listen, you know what I do?
He did it the right way.
Look, people talk about religion, right? And you got God. God couldn't tell us all, but we had the people that wrote the book down, and he'll tell us that, right? So I'm just gonna be the guy that wrote the book, okay? We're gonna let AB stay over there. I'm gonna just bring all his lessons, all his teachings, and I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell him about it. But he ain't gonna ever get a chance to meet him. He ain't gonna ever get a chance to see that again. You know what I mean? You had to have been there, and he knows him, but he was a baby. You know what I mean? But he done sat right next to A Fizzo. You know what I mean? Like that's there. But yeah,
Let's
man.
say G hits high school though. He picks the
Look,
position wide receiver.
Deke,
He's like,
Deke,
I want to take this
Deke,
so serious.
Deke,
I want to make the pros.
Deke,
You got to introduce me to AB.
The same way.
What are you doing?
The same way as churches all over the world. God, you don't get to holler at him. You just got. I'm gonna just give you the lessons. I'm gonna just talk. I'm gonna teach everything that he showed these people and wrote. I'm gonna give it to you. Everything that AB taught me, I watched it. I know. Leave it, man. Hey, most of them, gotta leave that thing back there. Hey, what you doing? Hey, gotta leave it back there. Leave it on, we'll leave it. That's how you toe tap. You gotta leave that thing. Oh, okay. I know how to do it then. Hey, AB, why you do that? Shh, come on, bro. You gotta do this now. AB, what's this right here? Okay, I got all the lessons. I'm telling you. Because while I was playing, I was also doing recon. I was like, yo, if I ever decide to coach one day, or if I ever decide to weaponize this thing and just start creating all of my little like one-off special people, like, yo, come mostly for the special training, I wanted to know it all. So I knew about Debo, I knew about AB, I knew about Ben, I knew about Pouncey, I knew about Troy. I got all of it. All of it. So that's why when I be talking, I'm like, yo, I know it, because I was studying I'm like, yo, I got it. I got this thing. Went out to AZ, Larry Legend. Oh, yeah. You thought I was out there to what? No. We're going to learn about you, Larry. I need to know. I need to see.
Maybe Larry could be a better mentor for G then.
Yes.
All right, so if he asks about Larry, you take him to Larry?
Larry, yes. Larry, yes. AB, no. Larry could be like Moses. Plenty of people that talked about Moses. It was like, oh, yeah, I know Moses for the hood, man. Moses, yeah, I hollered at him the other day. Yeah, no, Moses. Larry can be Moses. So, yes. My son can be him. Yeah. That'll be fine. AB, nah. We good on that one, baby. We good.
What would you want him to play?
In terms of a sport?
No, the position in football.
Oh, in football?
If you had to pick.
Wide receiver or linebacker? Realistically.
No QB? Backup QB is the way to go.
It is, but I just know, like, with quarterback, man, what are the odds? Like, it's just always, I'm a numbers guy. It's just
only
it's a
one
lot,
quarterback per team.
Right? It's one per team. It's just so like you have to be perfect. Everything has to go right. You got to have the receivers. You got to have the O-line. You got to have a coordinator. Like, whereas receiver, if you nice, bro, it can show. If you're a dude that gets open, even if they're not throwing you the ball, if you're cooking one-on-ones, that is still shown. If you're a defender, that's the reason why I started playing defense. My high school team, we sucked, but I said, man, I could get off if I'm playing defense. So I'm gonna be out here hunting. You could just make your name that way. So I think of that, and also think of just like you said, man, you play 3 wide receivers, sometimes 5 wide receivers at one time. You're going to keep 6 minimum, you know what I mean? Or 6 at the NFL level, but collegially you have a lot more of them. And then linebackers, you got a ton of them dudes. So I think of that. So that's why I say receiver or linebacker. Yeah. But
safest is backup QB.
Yeah.
Third string QB.
No. But the real thing, you know, when he does really talk football, the one position that I actually have been working with him on and talking to him about, and he actually is cool with the dude, punting, Presley Harvin. Ever since they met, I think it was a year ago at the youth football camp, and Press was punting, he fell in love with it. And Press, man, shout out to Press. He always show my little man love. And he always...
Another good game for him, too.
Yeah, absolutely. But, like, for my little man, he always sees, and he's always, like, working on it. And for me, I was like, of course I studied punting. Brian Warman, Pro Bowl up in Buffalo. They'll tell me I need to know it all. Educate me, baby, how I learn. You know what I mean? And you start learning. So, I was about to drop. Okay, I see what you mean now. This is why you got to do it this way. This is why you looking like that. This is why you hit it the way you hit it. So, we be down here. I'm like, yo, I'll teach you how to punt. So, if he is going to play, I'm like, I'd much rather be a punter. You can punch her. You be the most athletic punter. You'll be like my man that was out in Oakland. You remember him?
King.
Yeah. Marquette King. You'll be like Marquette, bro. You be the swaggiest, most athletic punter ever. That'll be you. But I don't want you out there banging like that. I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Next super chat.
Yeah. But we done went on a whole tangent right there. That's funny, son. That is funny.
That's hilarious. Sean McCartney. I think we can finish this.
We cooking. Let's do it, man. We cooking.
Sean McCartney says, it's sad the fan base still hates young players like Kenny and Najee, even after a big comeback win. Sad even our own fans pray for our downfall. It is sad.
Miserable people are going to be miserable. That's what you got to understand, man. Some people, they can't be happy. They're going to complain about us not winning, and they're going to complain about us winning. They complain about not drafting well, then they complain about us supposed to be getting, doing everything geared around the draft. They complain about not having a quarterback that can be clutch. Then they complain about the quarterback being clutch. Oh, he should have done it for the whole game. Why did you wait that long? At the end of the day, man, what is it about? It's about winning. And that's what we're getting right now. So, yeah, man, for the people that want to hate on them two young dudes, man, let them hate, do what they do, man. But the real football people, man, they understand what's going on. And it sounds like you're part of that group that is also understanding and a part of that movement as well. So we'll keep marching and keep fighting the good fight, baby.
Beyond John has joined the upper room
Man,
as well.
Beyond John, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And we are grateful for you joining the family. Oh, and speaking of my upper room, folks, we did, now it's no longer up there, but I did drop that Alex Highsmith film session, Master Moats session, early for you guys, man. I don't know if y'all always get the notification. Just when I look at it sometimes, I'll be like, dang, man, it's crazy. Y'all don't really catch that interaction on that thing, and then I make it public, and then it goes crazy. But we're working on a notification system for you guys because I know YouTube doesn't always do a good job with that, all right? We got y'all coming soon, okay? But just wanted to let y'all know a little heads up with that thing, man, because sometimes we do drop content just for the upper room, or it'll be early content for the upper room. So for the upper room members, just remember that.
Steeler Nation on fire. Breaking news. Bang Bros are trying to get the naming rights on the Miami Heat Arena.
That's been a thing, though. They tried to do that. No, they seriously, they tried to do that. What was that? When the whole went, because Miami.
I swear someone commented this 6 months ago.
Yeah, because Miami lost. Bang Bros lost to the crypto company, the crypto dude, and then when that whole crypto thing happened, and they found out they were frauds, that's when Bang Bros came back and they're trying to get it. So it's like legit. Yeah, it's legit.
12th wonder. What up, my guys? What a win for Christmas. Like Drunk Deke said, we were never losing this game. Peace and love. Shout out to the chat, too.
Shout out to Drunk Deke. Shout out to Drunk Deke. You might have said that, bro.
No, I definitely said that. I remember.
Drunk Deke be saying
that was my post-game report. Yeah, I was like, listen, we were never losing this game.
Drunk Deke,
come on, we were never losing this game.
Come on.
And we didn't. Simon Varndell. What up, Deke and Moats?
What's happening?
TB12 almost lost me my fantasy game this week with his trash play. God bless. Hit the like button. Hashtag pick it as him. Hashtag sabotage7.
Yeah, I like that.
Brady still got it. Yeah, I mean, maybe you could say he's not playing his best. He does not have much help with that Bucs team. Now, obviously, Evans and Godwin are really good receivers. Yeah. They're not the receivers that he needs right now. He needs dudes that are going to create separation.
Yeah. They're very different
Doesn't
types.
have Gronk anymore. Yeah. The run game's terrible, and the O-line sucks. It's tough. He's just very not in the best scenario. I think he can still play. So I'm telling you, if you get him in a top 10 scenario where the line's good, he's got good receivers, like he'll be cooking again. So I would not be in such a rush to say that Brady's not. I think he's going to come back too. Yeah, particularly with the divorce situation. I think he just loves the game of football too.
I do too, man.
Like,
and honestly, I think
he'd be like just restless.
I get it. I honestly get it, man. Like, that is not easy to walk away from, man. And especially like for a dude like him, like I think of myself and then I think of like my commitment level to it, and I'm just like, I know how difficult it's been for me at times walking away and staying away and stuff like that. And I'm like, for Brady, I can only imagine whenever he does decide to hang it up, and it's like for real. Like, man,
I can't believe he signed that Fox announcer deal. I don't think he's ever gonna like doing that.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna be watching and saying like, these guys suck.
Right, I can still do this. I think you have to take like the Peyton Manning approach of like, yo, just start doing like just the whole lifestyle. Catch me, you know what I mean? Manning, he had all type of stuff Manning was doing before he really started to come back to the whole football thing.
Because you could even see him doing it the second Monday. Now I don't watch that one, but I see highlights of him. Yeah. Whenever a QB makes a mistake or bad reads, he like flips out.
Yep.
Can't handle it. Lifted ones. NFL cut Franco's tribute show for viewers at home. I did hear about that.
Yeah, I heard that as well. Yeah. Which is unfortunate, man. Especially for the people that couldn't make it out there. Yeah, that definitely sucks. But at the same time, I was going to say, man, it was a dope thing. And for the people that were able to attend and the people that did decide to actually show up to the stadium, man, it was a special moment, man, to see, like I said, his wife, his son there, and all of the guys from his team, man. The turnout from them was just awesome to see as well, and just the amount of fans that were out there, bro. It was a really good showing, man. So they said shout out to Mr. Rooney too, man. He put it like how he always does, perfectly, man. But yeah, man, it was dope to see, man. Sorry for those that could not see it all the way, but it is up on the website though, stills.com. So check that out.
It's somewhere out there.
Yeah.
Damon Brown. Shout out to Connor Hayward. I think it's kind of dope that the few plays he made this season were pretty special.
No, absolutely, man.
Shout out to Trina and AJ Martinez.
Facts. Gotta shout them out. You know this.
And I think this is the last one.
Yeah, gorilla mode, right?
I think we're used to seeing it at this point, but Pat was balling last night.
Mm-hmm.
Pickens only 21 years old as well. Pickens will be that guy.
Oh, yeah. They, like, you talk about guys that really stepped up. I thought that on the offensive side of the ball, Freiermuth, man, once again, I'm a Deontay dude, man. I just like when he started.
No, he played good.
When
Him
he
and
has
Pickens both
them,
played good.
yeah, all three of them dudes together, when they playing like that, making them tough, gritty catches, the yard after, the physicality, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just love that. I just thought that all three of them dudes were in there, like, in their bag, so to speak. And for Deontay, man, like, he's still playing pissed off. I love that version of Deontay. Like, when Deontay plays like that, man, it reminds me of AB. I love it like that. I'm snatching it out the air. I'm trying to get yards after, you know what it is, and I'm up in your face. Like, I love that, man. When he play like that, bro, he is a handful for them corners out there, man. And I just thought that we're continuing to get that. And for Pickens, man, he's continuing to show that he is big time. He's continuing to show that not only can he make the catches, but he can deliver at the biggest moment in the most critical, time in the game. Like, man, I love that.
Two rookies making that play.
Love it, bro.
The circumstances.
Love it,
That's
man.
pretty badass.
Love it, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
One last thing I wanted to bring up. I think we missed this. It's been like a hot topic since the game. Tom's decision to put Boswell out there for the 52-yarder.
Oh, I thought you was going with the Edmonds thing. With the Edmonds celebration penalty.
What?
Remember when he ran on the field?
No.
Oh, I think you saw that. I thought you was going to talk about that one, man.
No, not at all. I didn't even see it.
Yeah. I thought you was going to get on about that, man. All right. Well, the 52-yarder, I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's one of them things where it's like, yo, it's Boz. So you trust Boz. You give him the benefit of the doubt, and Boz usually delivers. So I don't knock it, but at the same time, with the conditions, I don't necessarily love it either. But I don't know. I think I just live with it. Because I'm saying to myself,
I'm the same way.
It's Boz. Like,
yep,
it's Boz. The same way when you watch the Ravens put out Justin Tucker at times, you're like, bro, are you really attempting that? Oh, it's Justin. Like, nah, you've earned that right to have those attempts. Like, when I think of Boz, I'm just kind of like, yo, he's earned that right. Like, this is Boz. If he would have hit, would we have been surprised? Nah. And that's the other thing. It's more of a surprise. Like, when he doesn't hit, we're like, oh, whoa, dang, man, Boz, you missed that, bro. What? But it's like, nah, I don't hate the decision though. Nah,
I feel the same way. If you're paying Boswell top 2 or 3 kicker money, you live and die with it. It's a 52-yarder.
It's 52.
Clearly, it wasn't that his leg strength was not enough because he just missed to the left.
That was it.
And that was the first one. The first one was a 40-something, and he just hooked it. Yeah, I think you live with it, man. Like, you're paying balls that type of money. Put them out there.
And you also had conditions. Let's not act like it was, it was 0 wind out there. It was, you had a little something. It was cold.
It was just weird, though, because he missed the ones on the close end, then he drilled the one center cut in the open end.
Makes no sense. Yeah.
I have no clue what was going on there. But, yeah, I live with the decision. I mean, if he makes those, and this is to all the people that are maybe ripping on the offense or ripping on Pickett for not scoring more points.
Is different, yep.
We're up 12-10 if Boz makes all of his field goals, and that's at some point in the third quarter. And in this type of game with the weather conditions, that would have been enough.
Yeah.
And don't forget the Muth drop. Maybe that leads to a touchdown. We were still moving the ball on offense. The turnover sucked when Pickett threw it right to him, but hell, that happened. I mean, Carr threw 3 of them. Now, not all of them were on Carr, but still.
Even with the Pickett interception, I don't like the decision, but at the same time, the pressure was also there. Cullen Farrell, he had one. He won. He had pressure right then and there. He was getting inside of his face, and Kenny just made a poor decision in terms of just trying to get rid of it instead of just saying, I'm either going to run to elude it or just take a sack. But it's still not the end of the world, though. You know what I mean? Like,
no. I was fine with putting Boswell out there.
Yeah.
if you don't think he can make it there, that's one thing.
Right.
Whether it's because of the conditions or you just don't think Boswell's leg could hold up.
Yeah.
But no, that clearly wasn't the case. The 52-yarder,
Like, bro, it's
it looked
Boss.
like it would have been
Yeah.
good for maybe
Yeah.
58, 59, 60. Even.
Like, come on, bro. What I look like? Question my dog, Boss. Like, it's Boss.
Now,
I'm cool when they put him out there for that, man, because he can hit that. Like, he for a fact can make those.
yeah, because you didn't see him miss one
No.
from 50
Right.
at that point. Now, maybe it's a different story late in the game. It's 4th and 2.
Right, but
and it's
at
like
that
55.
stage, right.
Yeah, the only one he missed to that point was
Yeah.
the 40-something yarder, and you just
Yeah.
chalk that up to, he shanked it.
Yeah.
He hooked it a little too much,
Mhm.
as opposed to, he can't make this next one from
Yeah.
50. That's it for these super chats, though.
I like it. All right, well, man, let's tap in, man. We got some around the league, man. I wanna play a little bit. Sound good to you?
Oh, do you got topics?
No. But
I mean, I got stuff for you.
I want to tap in for a little bit. What's happening? What you got? Let's have a little fun.
Well, I'm just looking at these games from last week.
And please hit that like button if y'all have not hit so. Or right there. Like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And shout out to each and every one of y'all. We over 37,000 too, man. Shout out to that. Shout out, man. So each and every one of y'all that have been rocking with the channel, man. Big time salute to each and every one of y'all. Yes, indeed.
Is Baker Mayfield good?
Well.
Whoa. Hold on.
Well.
Before we get into that,
Oh.
so this game's big tonight. Nick Foles is starting. He's won big games before. This is
You know
at
what
home
they
for the
call him?
Colts.
You know what they call him, man?
The spread isn't anything insane. It's got down actually to 3.5. So let's see. But then, remember how we were talking about the Chargers schedule? All of a sudden, next week against the Rams, is that a given for the Chargers now?
I don't think it's a
It's
gimme
going to be
no
at
more,
that
bro.
LA stadium, so there's really no
I
home
don't
field
know,
advantage.
bro. Baker's on one, huh?
I don't know if it's Baker or if it's McVay, but he looks a lot better than he has at any point in his career.
You're
I
right,
think.
though, which is crazy because I'm like, you're not even really prepared. You can't tell me you understand.
That's without
everything.
Cooper Kupp too. I think
Right.
isn't Allen Robinson hurt
Yeah,
too?
dude, they don't even have Aaron Donald out there. Like, I'm just like, yo, how? What's going on here, man?
They got lucky they faced the Broncos though.
Yeah.
Because this is rock bottom for them. That
Yeah.
was the worst of the worst.
Well, they fired the coach right after. Hackett done.
Yeah, Russ gave
Yeah.
them free points right off the bat with those two terrible interceptions.
And he changed. It's because he changed the shout out. That's what it was. He changed the shout out. You can't change the shout out, bro.
They are potentially going to be in hell here with this Russell Wilson contract
I
if he
would
don't start
agree.
playing good.
Yep.
You can't cut him for another 2 or 3 years. because
And
of the dead
all your
cap.
picks is you ain't even got your nice stuff. Yeah.
You sent 2 first rounders,
Yep.
2 second rounders. No,
You are down bad. Yes.
I think it was still you understood the trade from the Broncos standpoint.
Yeah.
No one expected Russ to be this bad though.
No one.
No one did.
No one. Time out. I think I actually do know
You think
one
Pete
person.
Carroll did?
Nope.
Sherman.
Nope.
Who's the one person?
Unfortunately,
Wow.
we've talked about this, and I don't even think you're gonna remember.
TG.
It.
I know he was really pro Geno Smith.
It was my father-in-law when we had that convo, and he said the dude in Denver is gonna suck. Watch.
I don't even remember him
Yep.
saying this. I was there when he said
Yes,
this.
it was when we were talking about Mac Jones and Josh Allen. And we were talking about, because we was like, okay, you don't think Mac, we said, well, how do you feel about the AFC West? We was like, yo, you got Mahomes, you got Carr, you got Herbert, and you got Russ. And he's going on, he's like, yo, it's going to be Mahomes, man. He's still that dude. He was like, Carr, nah, he ain't going to do nothing crazy. He was like, I don't believe in the young boy, because he don't know Herbert. He was like, I don't believe in the young boy like that.
Come on.
But then he says, the dude in Denver, he was like, oh, no, he's done. He's going to stink it up. And I remember laughing, too. I was like, man, all right, whatever. And yeah. I think that would be the only one for me, man. Yeah.
He said he don't believe in Herbert.
Yeah, he said he don't believe in. He said I don't believe in the young boy. I was like, yeah, you tripping. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So maybe that take makes up for his Mac Jones over Josh Allen because no one was predicting
no
Russ to have a
one
bad
predicted
season.
this one. Yeah, but he's literally the only person I remember saying. And I was like, oh, dang, you might be right. Because now I'm looking at Russ. I'm like, dang, is it really? Does Russ suck? Or is it just a bad situation?
Yeah, maybe that's the other question. Is
Oh,
Baker
no.
good? And does Russ, is he actually really this
If
bad?
If you're Baker, bro, you signing in blood to stay with McVay. You got to.
What's happening there, though? Because they still have Stafford for $40 million.
take the number 2 seat to Stafford, get your credit back up, and now when Stafford's done in 2 years, you're good. You know that's the play. Because Baker got to get his credit back up. Where is Baker going to go and start next year? Nowhere right now. So sit behind Stafford. Stafford might get hurt.
Still got 2 more games. I feel like if he finishes out strong, he could be in a competition with someone.
Competition, maybe.
He needs to go to one of these McVay trees, though. He needs to go to one of the dudes that was under McVay. I just think the
situation is way better for him if he stays and B's the number 2 next year for Matthew Stafford. If Stafford gets hurt again, which it could happen,
he always gets hurt.
You're going to get a chance to play.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You're going to get a chance to play. But if you're not, you're still getting all of this McVay time, all of this coaching time, all of this one-on-one time. And then when Stafford is done, because how long is Stafford really going to play, right? Or how long
it just depends on how his body holds up.
Yeah. So it's like, man, you wait. I think you can wait that out. I think you can get a year of behind him, and then that second year. No, I think it's just a 1 year thing, and then from there, now you start looking, and they see what's happening with Stafford contract wise. When are they? Because you know LA's ready to rebuild it. You know how they rebuild too. They move pieces. They don't draft. They move pieces. So they'll start looking and say, okay, well, you know what, Baker, I think we can win with this. We've seen enough of it. It's developed enough. We learned enough. It's just as talented. Now let's go ahead and give it a go.
So you think he sticks with the Rams?
I think if you're Baker, you stay in LA.
That's at least the smart decision.
If you're Baker, you stay in LA.
I don't know what he does, though.
I don't think he's going to make – you might not make a smart decision. He might not. But if I'm in Baker's ear, I'm telling Baker to stay in LA all of this offseason, all of next year. You back up Stafford when Stafford goes down because, like I said, that's what he does do. You're going to get an opportunity. You ball out whenever you do get those. Yep, you ball out whenever you do get those chances. And then after that, now you let the chips fall where they may because they literally might give you that opportunity, man. They could.
Well, it's interesting just because Stafford's at a $40 million cap hit, whereas who knows what you could get Baker at.
Yeah.
Especially if he takes a year off. You get him on. You could definitely get him on the cheap. Now he's probably not going to want to sign any long-term deal. He's probably just going to want to make it a one-off.
Pros and the cons to it, yeah.
What's interesting is they kept saying on the broadcast too, like Baker's doing things he never even did in Cleveland or with Carolina in this offense right now. Just in terms of like looking off receivers, this is stuff he learned under McVay in this short time. They like kept talking about what McVay has done with Baker in just this short amount of time.
Can't leave him, bro. Sometimes, man,
which is crazy though. Like the Browns has Stefanski though. Like, isn't he kind of in that mold?
Yes, but different in terms of the approach.
Well, now we're seeing with Deshaun. Maybe Stefanski isn't.
But think about it. The approach for Stefanski is based off run game, play action, pass. When you talk
that's
about
what he did with
McVay,
Minnesota.
When you talk about McVay, it's we're going to throw this rock. We're going to run the ball, yes, but we have passing schemes where guys are going to schematically, he's going to get you open. And that's part of the critiques or one of the reasons why people not candidate because he doesn't do as good a job at times scheming guys open. Like when you watch a McVay style offense, like what it does to challenge you defensively. But that to me is why both of those guys, Stefanski and McVay, are good, but they're very different in their approaches. Like you said, Stefanski, and even when he was in Minnesota, it's always run, play action pass. I'm hitting you on the deep over. I'm going to work my tight ends. McVay, man, you know what he could do. He going to, get after it.
How much time we got?
We still got time for some. How many topics you got?
It's up to you. I mean, it could be probably unlimited.
All right, let's do 2 more topics.
Okay.
And then we're done. And then we can tap in because we'll obviously be back in this thing on Wednesday.
So, do you have anything to say about Russ being bad? Is he actually this bad?
Does
it go up from there?
I low-key kind of think he is.
I think it's done.
I
don't
know
how are the Broncos going to get better?
Well, you can't
without
right
their
now.
lack of with
That's
their
the
lack
thing.
of picks.
I think you're stuck. You're stuck with it unless you do the Osweiler thing.
Who's Russ recruiting now too? Like, does anyone want to play for him?
That's the other part. It's like who trying to deal with that?
I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Like, you can't tell me everything I've seen in Seattle is just all of a sudden a lie now.
What you mean? What part was the lie?
Like, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback still.
Okay, so what part was the lie?
He retires right now. He's not playing like that at all, and he's still, I would say, in quarterback years, he's still in a prime, like a certain whatever prime you want to talk about. Like, he's after 30s. Like, could you say for most guys their primes between like 27 and low 30s,
Russ,
but
man,
still.
I just think for Russ, he's experiencing like the no run game, no consistent pass game to kind of like help him in certain scenarios. You think about, man, some of his best years in Seattle, he either had a consistent running game or he was just being able to put that thing and Lockett was going to get it, right? Who's that receiver in Denver that's consistently winning that deep ball, the moon ball that he would throw to Lockett? Who's consistently winning that
DK.
in Denver? Who's the consistent, okay, you could throw a screen, he's going to take it 60. Who's that guy in Denver right now? We talk Jerry Jeudy, but Jeudy ain't like that.
I think those Broncos receivers are overrated.
Yeah, they cool on paper, but they ain't doing it like neither Lockett or DK. And then you talk running game.
Javonte got hurt.
He's hurt. I forgot who's the other dude they had. Yeah. So it's like
they got Latavius Murray in there now.
Yeah. Whereas in Seattle, my man had beast mode. We talked about what was the dude that got hurt? Carson, was it?
Chris Carson.
Chris Carson. Yeah, so he had him, but he's always had another like bigger body or just. Hey, shoot, even Alex Collins last year out there, and even Alex Collins was doing straight out there for him. Like, he's always had something to keep him on pace, on schedule. Now, the defense has always been good for him, but I think that's some of the stuff that he is not. Because offensive line-wise, bro, the Seattle offensive line was always bad, too. So we're not going to act like it's his first time playing behind a bad line or a line that doesn't protect him to that extent. That's always been something about Russ. But to me, I just look at it and I'm saying that he doesn't have that receiver that is going to go get that thing.
Was Hackett that bad, maybe?
Part of it is on Hackett as well. But for Hackett, if you're talking about him specifically as an offensive coordinator, I think it's a different dynamic. When a guy has to be head coach, man, it just changes what he's focusing on right now. And it takes away sometimes from what he is awesome at times.
Right.
And I think that that's one of the things that he's having to learn, very similar to what Sean McVay had to learn. Think about McVay, man. He came in, it was crazy hot. Then he went through a little spell, and then he did what? He started to delegate power, right? He was like, he went and got him an offensive coordinator or got a play call. And now he can do certain things that he needs to because it's a lot on your plate. Jeff Saturday's realizing that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot to deal with, man, when you talk about being the head guy versus just a coordinator or position coach, man.
Okay. How many we got? One or two?
Yeah. Actually, let's do one. Yeah.
Damn.
What
we
you
already
got?
talked a little Brady. Because that one's fresh from Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
We did talk a little Dolphins with two concussion. Do you have anything from that one? Packers, Dolphins. Roger still has it. I think I'm proven right on that one too.
Okay.
Clearly still has it. His injury with his hand,
Yeah.
I think, is almost fully healed. You can't. I don't think he has anything on it.
I didn't see any.
He clearly still has it.
No.
No, not even a question. That one throw he made where he was rolling out left, about to get hit.
We know you love your old quarterback.
Threw an absolute dog.
But can we talk about the most important quarterback that I care about that's not named Josh Allen or Kenny Pickett? I see his favorite target on TV right now dancing.
Of course, Goff loses.
Can we talk about Captain Kirk? Kirk go chains. Can we talk about him one time, baby? Can we talk about him?
He's shutting me up in the regular season.
What was all that? What was all that noise you was talking? That's all I want to know, man. Come on, man. Let me just put. Where is Captain at?
I gotta give the man props.
Where's Mr. Big Time? Where's Mr. Clutch?
I got nothing bad to say about him. Right
now. 34 for 48, 299, 3 of them tutties, 0 picks, might I add you, and he was sacked 4 times as well, Deke. That's all I'm saying. Kirk go James. Kirk go. Oh, and he helped Justin Jefferson break another record. 12 catch, 133 yards, and the touchdown, the most important part. Because, like I said, we have never seen Justin ball out like that without Kirk. They go together like peanut butter and jelly. Okay? Kirk go, baby. Kirk go. Hate him all you want. That dude's a baller. Go Kirk go. Go Kirk go. Go Kirk go.
All I'm saying, he has shut me up in the regular season. I got to give him credit. That's damn good, dude. I talk about winning. I mean, we just talked about it with Kenny. Like, all right,
yeah,
Kirk got the Vikings in position for the game on the field. Like, you got to give props. He has a lot of these moments in the regular season right now.
You watch him in the first quarter, you want to throw up.
We'll see what happens.
You watch him in the first quarter, you want to throw up, but then it hits. He'll get hot. He gets streaky, man. He warms up to it a lot. That, you know how Coach Tomlin, I don't know if he says this publicly as much, but Pre-game, he would always say to us, like, yo, don't warm up to that thing, man. You got to come out the gate hot, come out fast, start fast, start fast. Always that. Kirk, he don't like to start fast. He like to warm up to it. So you could catch Kirk in that first quarter. You could catch him slipping. He threw a pass, man, on Saturday. I was watching like, bro, who the heck, boy, what is you doing? But then by the end of the game, I was like, okay, he's hot. He's good. We're good. We're cooking. But sometimes, Deke, you watch him like, Kirk, whoa, which color are you throwing to, bro? Purple. Okay? When in doubt, throw it to 18. When in doubt. So, yeah, man.
Last two I have, I guess, real quick. Someone brought this up in the chat. Should we consider drafting a receiver, a.k.a. Jordan Addison? If he's there, I'm thinking about it. I'm not even going to front. But, no, we should focus on defense. The smart thing to do is focus on cornerbacks.
The smart thing is defense or offensive line. But that would, of course, be really enticing if Jordan Addison, because of what he brings to the table. But this is one of those things where I just think of, do we want to have a ton of accessories and not the core pieces that we need to protect, you know what I mean, the person that's going to be getting those guys the ball? Because that's my only thing.
And we already might have a perfect third receiver on our roster, because I would say right now what we're missing is a Tyreek Hill or a Jalen Waddle, just like blazing fast speed. Mm-hmm. We might have that in Calvin Austin.
True, but you know Jordan looked like he could be one of them freaky matchup dudes. Like he just wins.
The connection to Pickett. Trust me.
Man.
Trust me. If he's there, you know I'm thinking about it.
And back at the stadium where they got off. Come on.
Know,
where they made history together.
Come on.
They brought the first ACC championship back to Pitt in how many years? Come on. That thing's still sitting in there. When you walk into the stadium, you got to see that beautiful thing, man. You see that. Jordan need to come on back, man.
I get it.
Come on, bro.
So now you're on board, though. Are you
I
on
like
board?
the storyline. You know I like the storyline.
I'm not going to be opposed, but the smart play is corners or O-line, I think.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. If it's sitting there, we'll see. Because I think that would be very, very enticing.
Some of these mocks have him going in like the top 15,
enticing.
So we'd have to use that first pick.
It'll be very enticing.
If he even falls to, I mean, I'm seeing
because that's the conversation. It'll be a fall,
falling down this draft board right now.
But
so
think
we
about
might be picking.
You know, we do this
late.
every year, and then it'll be a draft like how it was last year. We get 15 receivers going in the first 20 picks. You're like, bro, what is happening here, man?
Yeah.
Yep.
But maybe the league's flipping a little bit because a lot of teams are trying to go finesse and get all these receivers early.
Yeah.
But you could see what wins, and sometimes it is just that going back to your roots, physical football, running the ball.
No, very true, man.
Last one I have, real quick. You could take it as quick as possible to answer this or just give your reaction. Gardner Minshew, not bad, huh? How does it affect Jalen Hurts?
We going there.
He played pretty good. I think I was right on my theory of, like, they could be competitive with him.
So I would agree with you in the sense that, yes, Gardner Minshew did keep them competitive. I also think that kind of slightly hurts a little bit of the Jalen Hurts convo also, because it's like, dude, you needed them to look like a lot worse than what they did, and they did not. They looked pretty good. I mean, in fact, the big era in the game wasn't even Garner. It was Miles Sanders. It was Miles Sanders, you know what I mean? So if Miles simply holds onto the ball, we're singing a different tune. We're talking about them winning, and with that, look like with Gardner. So, yeah. But now they're obviously still a better team with Jalen because of everything that Jalen does and stuff like that. And the record reflects that. But, yeah, it did.
I think that helps Mahomes for MVP. Sure.
I would agree, because to me, I looked at that as, man, when Micah Parsons said, is it Hurts or is it the team? And everybody was looking at him like he was hating. This was what he was referring to. And we've said, and I think you were the one who said this specifically, if you take Mahomes off of his team,
they're terrible.
That Chiefs team is terrible. If you take Hurts off of his team, they were literally a fumble from one of their star players from beating that Cowboys team. Yeah.
Let me just check to see if the awards futures have. Yep. Patrick Mahomes minus 500 right now. It was Hurts.
Yep.
Remember, it was Hurts as his favorite. Mahomes is minus 500. Like, it's not even close. Next guy's Burrow plus 700. Josh Allen plus 800. Justin Jefferson's 5. Plus 13,000.
Yeah. My man Josh, man, he had him turnover, bro. Lord, stop Stop it. But I love it because he's so aggressive. And he going to make it right. And he always does.
Jefferson at -800 for Offensive Player of the Year.
That about right. He's going to win that hands down. Got to. Because they ain't going to give him the MVP, but he'll definitely win that.
Yeah. Oh, that's all I got for you.
Bro, this was the vibe, man. This was the vibe. As we observed Christmas today. So, shout out to each and every one of y'all that were with us on today's show, man. It was, really cool. Really cool to bond with y'all during the holiday time. Shout out to Leah Warren as well, man. Like I said, man, we sending you an email to get all your contact stuff so I can send out that giveaway. And shout out to each and every one of y'all that were vibing with the contest just in general. Don't forget what we talked about in terms of the Moats mailbag, man. So, submitting your questions via video to the website, arthurmoats.com, for me to answer and stuff like that. And then ultimately, man, have that featured in when I respond and stuff like that, man. So like I said, definitely check that out. But other than that, man, y'all stay safe. We'll see you on Wednesday. And until next time, baby.
Peace.